Hello, everybody. All right. I guess this live. Yep, I got it to work. How's everybody doing tonight? Sounds like a good friend Leanie had a little something going on, so I thought I would come in and chill and hang out with everybody for a little bit until we see what's going on. Hi, Becca, hon. How you doing? I'm beyond exhausted, but I have a million things to do still. We're redoing the flooring in our laundry room we had run out of flooring to put in there, and we had a few pieces to do, but moving the washer and dryer is a big job. It's a lot of work and it's really messy, so we haven't gotten that done. And it was supposed to be done. I want to say we originally put the flooring in there a couple years ago, and then it's just been a matter of going to another city where that flooring was and grabbing one more box. We've had it for like 3 weeks. My husband has been really busy doing a lot of outdoor stuff, and so hasn't gotten around to it. And he started it, and then he went and started cleaning the vehicle. He has adult ADD, so to speak. Becca, she said that she had an emergency phone call and she had to go. So I'm not sure yet. I did ask everybody in the chat if they wanted to come over and if they wanted me to fire up a live so they could hang out for a little bit and at least till we see what's going on with Leanie. And so I was kind of hoping, yeah, somebody had in there said that's fine. So hopefully they'll come over. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel like I worked a 14-hour shift or something at work. Holy crap. Yeah, a lot of people are sleeping right now, and then everybody from different time zones, they're awake. It's their daytime and it's our nighttime. It's so bizarre. Where y'all at, guys? Come on over. Let's hang out and chit chat for a bit and yeah. We just Tina just ended her live a short while ago and we got an update and she's doing pretty good. Sounds like her fingers starting to feel a little bit better. That's one of the worst places to injure yourself is on your fingers or your toes because of the nerve endings are so sensitive. And the craziest thing about it, and I was going to tell Tina this and I forgot, is that not even like either it was the same day or the day after that she hurt her finger and had to have stitches, that I got a picture from my daughter at the ER getting her finger stitched up because she cut it with a box cutter knife. And I thought, how bizarre is that? Got a friend and a daughter, and they both have stitches in their finger. Good Lord. I'm still healing a great big gash from a big dog paw, and is my I call it my vacation scar. Hi, Rose Petal. How are you? So yeah, I mean, normally I had been on a schedule of going to bed a little earlier for a while, and then I'd wake up and Leanie would be on in the middle of the night, and so I wouldn't miss it, or I'd be awake and then I'd fall asleep and wake up later and still get to join, which is nice. Oh my goodness, dropping things. Rose Petal, do you know if everybody else saw that message I put in there? Well, they should get a notification. Maria G, I'm hoping she'll pop over too. Oh man, you guys, I'm telling you. It's a lot of work trying to keep a person's house in order, I'm telling you. We got my stepkids are coming tomorrow. I don't even like to call them that, I just call them my kids. For summer break, and so we picked them up in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's about a 4.5-hour drive, And then they come here. Hi, Donna. How are you, sweetie? And we have them until usually the second week of August. And so our plan is to take our youngest pup, Gizmo, with us because we're trying to get him used to traveling in the car. Um, and then my two older dogs, they're fine chilling here at the house. I always put the dog TV program on for them. And then I call him my grandson dog, which is funny. My grandpup. He's gonna go with my daughter, and then my son works until about noon on Saturdays, and then he's gonna go see him for a little bit. He lives with his brother right now, and they have a dog already, and his girlfriend's pregnant, so the landlord won't let him have two dogs there, even though Moo's a little dog and he's a therapy dog. So he stays here with us for now until he gets his own spot. But we're planning to take the dogs, our three dogs, and the two kids, and drive to New York a couple days before the 4th and spend the 4th of July with Beachy at her new home where she's moving out in the country. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Beachy again. And it's gonna be a long drive. It's about a 14 some hour drive. We're gonna just do it in two halves. We're gonna drive half of it, sleep and camp out overnight, and then head out in the morning the next day. So we'll see how it goes. It won't be too bad. At least with the kids and the dogs together, they're more comfortable because they're all together, So that's real helpful. But yeah. So that's gonna be an interesting road trip. So we're trying to get little guy used to longer road trips because he was gone. I think the longest so far we went for my granddaughter's birthday party. It was about an hour and 15-minute, 20-minute drive. Not too bad. Hi, Raider. You want to come up on the piano with me, Raider? Last time somehow we missed each other. I was running around like crazy, trying to keep things quiet, chasing the dogs. So you were like in and out. And by the time I seen what you said, I was like, oh, where'd he go? And then I don't know if you fell asleep, poor guy. You were probably up all night. So but I'm looking at my screen so I can see, and I would, if you'd like to come up, that'd be cool. At least I know who I'm talking to, right? Oh my goodness. If you were here, Raider, I'd share my treat with you. Speaking of treats, my back is yelling at me going, what have you done to me today? So I might want to make myself a treat. Huh? Sounds like a possible plan, eh? So Donna, how have you been doing, dear? It's so interesting how there's certain people that you meet along the way out here in the YouTube streets, and you know, even if you don't see them or talk to them every day, you check in once in a while. You see them on Messenger, and you say, "Hey, how are you?" It's nice to keep up with people, and it also means a lot to me to know that there's people out there that know you for who you are and can see that you're a good person and they care enough about you to call to check on you like that and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" You know. Because, all of us are special and amazing. Like I always say to you guys, we're all amazing. There's something amazing and special about all of us. You know, we're looking out for each other and giving each other kind support and uplift each other. It's all very meaningful and helpful to get us through this journey of life that's just off the charts. Right? Oh, my goodness. Oh, well. I love you too, Donna. One of these days, I'm trying to get. It's just life is just complicated at times. I mean, it'd be great if we could all just go and I get in these gloom moods sometimes where I'm like I just want to get into a car or get in a plane and go somewhere and just go somewhere beautiful and just relax and just kind of center yourself and Sometimes it's hard to do that at home because you got so much going on. There's so much going on all the time. I feel like I'm operating a miniature town. Hi, Maria. Miss Maria, would you like to come up on the panel with me? I'm trying to get Richie up here, too. I'll be back in just a bit having a quick smoke. Okay, ma'am. And now I went and got all this outdoor stuff, so I was doing some marketplace shopping. And I was determined with my adult kids that stop by quite often, at least the two that live in town still. And Corey's kids, when they're here, they love to eat outside in the summer at the patio table. And we found a really good deal. It was a garage sale actually, and here they'll put like garage sales on marketplace, so you can get people certain things they want to get. They'll come over. So they were selling it for $75 with 4 chairs, the patio table, and the umbrella. And the umbrella has a cover to it and everything. Even has the stand that holds it in place. So it's not brand new, but it's really nice looking stuff. And the day before that, I found another deal where I've been trying to find one of those patio sets where it's the love seat, 2 chairs, and a table. And I've found a couple of them brand new in boxes, but I kept missing them. So this last time, I was not missing this one. And it happened to work out perfectly because my husband was already near the side of town, really close to where this was for sale at. And so he got his phone fixed. And then I messaged him and he ran over and grabbed it real quick. It was all brand new. And so we got that all set up out there. And so we got plenty of places for everybody to sit. I'm trying to get like a sitting area and then an eating area. So we've been working on it for days, trying to get everything looking nice out there. And oh wow, I just got a message that said I have 360, so I always know if like when my husband like gets back, it'll say he arrived or he left, and the kids as well. One of my daughters doesn't have hers active because she manages to break her phones quite often. And so and you have to always re-download certain things on there if you change phones. But so in a minute, if you hear the dog suddenly bark and I mute, it'll just be for a minute. It's because they literally just, even if it's us at the door, when that door opens, they lose it completely. Like they hear it and it's over. They know everything. I think they know we're here before we even get to the driveway sometimes. It's like I can hear them barking already. So yeah. But yeah, we've been working on trying to clean the van, get it all nice, and I actually got to go get some. I got these. They're called Clorox, and they're like a tropical smell, coconut and different stuff. But they're disinfectant wipes, but they smell so good when you clean with them. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Did y'all tell the group, the gang, to come over? Excuse me. I was going to read you guys something really special, but I'm not sure if in the middle of the night live would be a good time to do it. I think I probably should save it for a daytime program, but especially since I'm kind of sitting in the dark right now. I mean, I got my LED lights on, the night lights are going, but when it's later at night, I don't run a lot of lights. I'm not a big bright light person, I like to have low lighting. Everybody gives me a hard time about it, but I always tell them, if you've had as many concussions, and I've had so many of them, probably, I think we counted 5 last time me and my doctor were talking about it years ago, and then 2 TBIs. I'm lucky to even have a head left, to be honest with you, but it's just amazing that how much that those kinds of injuries can affect your eyes and like the things that make your head hurt. So like bright light LEDs. If I'm anywhere where it's really bright like that, I always have my sunglasses on. I can't go outside without them on, really, because I'll start getting just pressure, headaches, and stuff. It's weird. Yeah. So hold on, y'all. Hold down the fort for 2 seconds now. Be right back. I'm gonna go give hubby a couple things to finish cleaning the van. Well, I was wrong about the barking. It must be because it's almost 2 a.m. here that they decided not to bark at Dad when he walked in. So for now, I'm here, Maria. I just had to run in the other room real quick, and um, the new box of flooring is inside of my room, and the lights are off back there. And I went to take the curtains. I washed my 2 curtains that go over um, the entrance to the bathroom. So we have the master bedroom, and then the bathroom's right off of that. And when we did remodeling, we opened it up so it would be a lot more space. And so I had to get those curtains. I got them laying across my bed. They're really long. So I got that done. And I literally almost fell over that box of flooring. Sorry, hon. We're playing who can go in and out the most, right, Maria? I did. I walked in there and I walked right into the box. And then I'm like, oh shit. Luckily I didn't face plant. That could have been a possibility. Right after I'm talking about head injuries, I'm tripping over a box of flooring. You gotta love it, right? I thought you did really good, Maria, when you and Maggie hung out. I go figure. I was so tired the other day because I'd gotten up so early and I'd been up for so long, and I had only had maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep in 2 days, so I was so exhausted. And I slept, and I literally woke up, and then when I looked, I had Lainey had just gotten off 15 minutes, so I missed that. But I try not to miss them too often. Like I said, I might go to sleep for 3 or 4 hours, but she usually has a live, anywhere from 3 to 8 or more hours. So I can usually go to sleep, wake up, and oh my gosh, Maria, what the heck? Oh, wow. Dogs are very interesting. That's all I got to say. We have a doggy daycare going on here. Oh my goodness. Well, make sure she's a German Shepherd. Oh, I love German Shepherds. Banners. I got to get on my laptop. I was cleaning my desk today and I was checking it to make sure it's charged up. But one of these days here, it seems like no matter how hard you try, you want to do certain things and you plan for it, and then you end up doing a bunch of other stuff. Because I sure was planning on getting that out earlier. If it wasn't so late, I'd get back up here to giggle with me. So what have y'all been doing, or what do you guys got planned for the weekend? We have a lot to do. I mean, we got most of the stuff that we need to go on this road trip. We just got to get one of those luggage store carriers for the top so that we can put our camping gear, chairs, and all that stuff in there. That way, there's more room for the humans inside the vehicle. We just turn our van into a camper, and then we have a tent. So, when it's just me and Corey and the dogs, we can all sleep in the van. But, yeah, works out all right. We tested it out. We did it a couple times when we went to visit my daughters, and they all have little kids at the time, and so you don't want to be going. I don't sleep good, so I'm up and down all night. So it's best for me to be in not where I'm going to be waking anybody up. So we just slept, in the vehicle in the driveway, is whatever. The one thing we have to add to our arsenal of camping gear is, and I'm sure you've all seen these, but they're basically, they call them a dressing room, a shower tent, or, you put your toilet in there, your compost, your portable toilet, and that way, say you're camping somewhere where there's no bathrooms, or you're camping where the bathrooms are really far away. Well, I don't know about you, but in the middle of the night, I ain't going to be toiling around no daggone campground or out in the woods somewhere trying to find the toilet. I'm just going to go in the tent. Hopefully, there's no wild animals out that take the tent down while I'm in it. Big Lavender Festival about an hour or so away. I may go there. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds interesting for sure. I got to get him that other thing too. My goodness gracious. I'm multitasking, y'all. Earlier today, I was about to pull my own hair out, but I finally got through it. I always just tell myself, take a deep breath. It'll be okay. You can do this. I've been saying that to myself for so long. It must be true. I'm attempting to make a small paper a bigger paper by putting two pieces together. So that's what I'm up to now. Donna, I don't remember right, and maybe you don't want me to ask this, but do you live in Wisconsin, or do I have you mixed up with someone else? I might. I'm so silly. For some reason, I was thinking that you had told me that a long time ago on Jimmy's or something. But I wasn't sure. I don't live real far from Wisconsin. It's another one of my favorite places to go. Especially in the summer. California. Okay, yeah. I do have you mixed up with someone else. There was somebody. Okay, so Cali. Wow, cool. When I go out to Arizona and Laughlin and Bullhead City, Arizona, that area, I'm not real far from there, from Cali. Shoot, when I went to visit my brother, oh, it was so not last December, December before, so it would have been 22. I didn't know you were out there. I would have tried to come and visit or have lunch or something. Yeah, I'd like to be in Arizona, Bullhead City area, Nevada, somewhere in that area down by the Colorado. It's my favorite place, and we've been wanting to go out there and start living out there in the wintertime because the winter here is just too much for me. And we're just trying to get a lot of projects done in the house so that we can do a small transition. We've been talking about it extensively, spending like 6 months of the year there, and then 6 months here until we get the house finished. We got a bathroom and a kitchen, and then finishing the siding outside, and we have a shed to build and a deck. So we have a lot to do. So it's going to be a slow transition, but I want to start trying to do right. Well, like I said, I won't be far from you when I go out that way, and I'm really hoping that this is this because the last 2 winters I've been going to go to Arizona, and it hasn't happened because we've had family stuff going on, and a couple of my sons had to stay with me in between places last year, so it kind of changed my plans, And so I'm hoping for this winter. I'm hoping this is going to be finally the one, and I just love it there. I'm much happier when I'm there. I want to be outside. I want to do things here. I'm just like, ugh. I just try to like keep myself busy working and doing stuff around here and doing my um, designs and stuff and trying to make a little extra money doing that here and there so I can actually like flip that money and use it to, fix up the house and things like that. My little projects that I come up with to do. But yeah, so that is, I'd be closer to you then. I'd be further away from all my other friends, but I would be the furthest away from my daughter and Beachy because my daughter lives in New Jersey by Atlantic City and Beachy's in New York. So, um, so I'd be a little bit further from them. That's the only thing. But it would be only so many months out of the year. So I said I think I can do a gradual move. Most of the folks that we met over the years out in on trips and these charters and stuff, every time we've met them and talked to people, a lot of people just fell in love with it out there, and it's not real super expensive to live out there either. Um, and the property out there is way more reasonable. I've been looking at 1 to 2 acres in around the Arizona area, Nevada. Both states have fairly good land prices, and I mean you can for under 3,000 you can buy 1 to 2 acres of land easy with like $20 taxes a year, and that would change if like once you build or decide to. And some people don't want to build anything. Some people they'll put their RV out there. Some of the land properties are it's okay to do that for a while. Some of them are specific, but they're not real crazy about rules as bad as they are here where we live. And you wouldn't even be able to buy a corner, an acre on a corner anywhere around here for anywhere near that price. I mean, it just doesn't even happen. And you're talking about there's beautiful mountain views out there and gorgeous places that's your views that you're going to see every day, not here where you're looking at other people's houses and cornfields. So, you know, I bet it was, I mean, when I go out to Laughlin in that last summer when I was out there with my son, it was 110, 112, 114. But that, it's weird because if it was that hot here, I would die. I wouldn't be able to move. But out there, it's not, it doesn't feel the same to me. Um, the humidity, being absent helps. And then the nice cool water, I just love it. It's beautiful. It really is. I've always found it to be a special place. First time I ever went there, I fell in love with it, just like a lot of people do. It's just gorgeous. And I mean, and you're only for about 5 hours from the ocean in different directions. So that's nice too. That's a trip that you can go take here and there. North Carolina this week to look at a couple ranches to buy in New Mexico. Yeah, New Mexico has really reasonable land too. That was another place I looked, but I really want to be by the Colorado River. So I'm going to stay away from New Mexico, but they do. They also, there was another place I looked at many properties and I was like, wow. I mean, there was even a little bit more reasonable there. That was just Florida. I had no clue. Um, but my thing was, I want to go out and look at some of the places I'm interested in because I want to like actually be able to stand on the property and look around and kind of see how I feel about it before I purchase it. Because you can purchase and do it all online. You don't even have to be there. But for me, I would rather go check it out, see it, experience it, kind of like have a vision of how I could set it up and then buy it. Plus, right now, the home that we own, you know, you got to put money in to get money out. So once we get this thing finished, we're going to be able to get way more money out of it, which will be much more helpful for when we want to either whatever we're going to do out there, whether we're going to build, we're probably going to build something because my husband's a carpenter and a contractor and I'm a designer and decorator. So we'll probably build our own. I've always wanted to. And it'll feel like we've never stopped doing it though, because we've spent so many years working on this place. I mean, when I met my husband, he was a bachelor. He'd been, not in a relationship for a long time. So he'd been here alone by himself for a long time. And um, it was not it. I was like, dude, if I'm living with you, we're fixing this shit up. This isn't my cup of tea. But it is now. And so we got the very front of our house sided, and now we have to do 76 feet on each side in the back. So, and it's a lot. I mean, it costs quite a bit just to do the front. Does bachelor mean single? Yes, sorry. Yeah, it does, Maria. I should have just said single, right? But yeah, I don't even know why I used that word, to be honest with you. But yeah, so it just seems like no matter how much you get done, there's just so much more. But, you know, what happened to Richie? Where'd he go? He then took off. He was here for a moment and then gone. Or he's just chilling and listening. I don't know. I wonder if Tina went to sleep yet. She probably doesn't know that I decided to pop on here. Yeah. And see, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to travel and go and, see new places and visit new, people and, you know, new adventures. And I just got to get a couple gals that have the time and, can actually go and do that. And that'd be great someday. Are you, sweetie? Will you come up on the panel with me for a minute, sweetie? I miss your voice. I haven't spoke to you most of the day. All of us been so dang busy. Everybody probably thinks we're goofy, but we love, love, love. Thank you, Maria. We love to talk to each other every day. Honestly, I always tell the girls I don't know. The last couple years, well, 4 years have been a really big struggle for me for a lot of reasons, and having the friendships that I've made with these special people, some of you, the girls that I talk to every day, it means the world to me. It just, people love you. You know they'll be there for you. If you need to talk to somebody and you're feeling down, it's nice to be able to call somebody, and it only takes a few minutes for any of us to kind of get over, not really get over, but move on from being overwhelmed, because we can always make each other laugh, or we'll start playing a song, or me and Beachy will start singing some random thing, and we'll be laughing. We just do things to entertain each other, just to get each other through the day. And, you know, I know a lot of you guys have, speak outside of YouTube too, and a lot of us do. And it really does mean a lot to people, to know that you are loved and that people care about you, and that they find you to be a good person. It's nice to know that, because at the end of the day, when we have all the struggles that we have in life, just in our own homes, it's nice. The little separation from that sometimes is just what we need to kind of like recenter and get back on track, because there's some days when it's like, oh my gosh, is it ever going to end? And then you're like, but then you get on the phone and you start to forget about some of that stuff, and it kind of takes the edge off a little, and you just kind of start thinking, well, life isn't so bad, because when you got people that love you and that tell you that, you know, you're a great person, and that you make them feel better, and that, just all that stuff. I've started this little thing. I have this like cool little cutting board like organizer thing in my kitchen, and it holds pans. It's got hooks that your pans can hang on. And what I did was I started getting cards. Beachy kind of started the card sending a long time ago, and I started keeping them, and I hung them up on there, and I have them all, and I look at them every day, and it helps, keep a smile on my face. Kind of helps me keep going. So um, I always recommend putting positive quotes, positive notes, cards from somebody special in a place where you can see them, so that you can remind yourself, you know, that you are loved and all that good stuff. Okay. All right. I was so quick. I made a cup of. Oh, man. Yeah. I'm hoping everything's okay with Lainey and her family. There's always something going on, that's for sure. We just take it as we go. Becca. Oh, she probably can't get on because it'd be too loud. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I keep forgetting. Me and Becca are on the same time zone. Oh my goodness gracious. Maria, it was funny when I was watching the replay with you and Maggie. I was just dying because I can't remember who was up there. What was his name? The gentleman that was up there with you guys. I don't think it was Clint, but I can't remember. But anyway, it was funny because Maggie said something. You were like, "Oh boy," you were like, "Oh no, Martin." That's what it was. Where did I get? Good Lord, I'm having name issues today. um, but that was funny. It was just like when I was on there with Lainey and oh my God, here we go again. DJ. I really love him. He's cool. Um, I had no idea what the conversation was going to be, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I'll try to find somewhere to go so I don't like. You can you go sit in your car? Right? I remember one time on Tattooed Angels, I was trying to do karaoke, right, and the dogs kept barking, so it wouldn't work. So I go out in the car, and I'm thinking I can do it in there. And then I couldn't get my phone to hook up to the Bluetooth, so I had my phone in one hand and my and my husband's in the other, and I'm on YouTube on one, and I'm playing the music to the other, trying to sing. I was so irritated. Oh my goodness! I wonder where DJ's at too. He's fun. He's a lot of fun. He likes to I like his interviews. They're fun. I'm gonna have to think of an interview to give him one of these times. Maybe I can get him to come up here and I can ask him some questions about, I don't know, normal stuff. I don't know. It's all good. All right. At least we can't hear you choking. I'm over here like, hold on, cool off. I'll be all right. Oh my goodness. I keep getting all day long. I've had these different random songs popping in my head, you guys. It has been so bizarre. The other day, I, out of the blue, I'm talking to the girls, and I start breaking out into the intro to Laverne and Shirley. Okay, it's an old show from back in, I want to say it's probably came out in the 60s. I don't think it was the 50s. It could have been. But it was definitely, full swing the time I was in the 70s. Maybe it was later than that because it would have been when I was a younger kid. So between like, say, 78 and 88 in those years. But I can't believe I can remember all the words to all those things. Yeah, my husband has it too. If you're not hyper, Maria, like, anxious, a lot of people just have the attention deficit part of it where, just they get sidetracked or can only focus for short periods of time. And that's my husband, 100%. Sometimes it aggravates the hell out of me, but I'm used to it because my mom has it. A couple of my kids have it. So, I mean, I'm used to it. When we're trying to get a bunch of stuff done, sometimes I get flustered, but yeah, he gets overwhelmed easily. He's not used to taking on a lot like I am. So I have to remind myself of that. um, but yeah, what was I gonna? I have. I can't believe it's 2 in the morning, you guys, and we have way too many things. I don't even know how we're gonna get this laundry room finished. It's kind of a big thing because the machines are ginormous and they weren't designed to be in this house particularly. Um, the older wash machines and dryers are more of a normal size. These big front loaders are, I mean, they're the size of the ones in like the big ones at the laundromat. They're huge. And so in order, the way the laundry room's set up, in order to, how do I want to put it, get the flooring in, we have to unhook the washer and dryer, and they're shut. They're like in there tight. The dryer, we have to swing it over into this one little spot, and then the wash machine, you got to put sliders under it because it's huge and heavy, and pull it out, and then unhook the hoses and try not to let anything drip out of that, and then move that out of the way so that he can get into this little tiny space to put the rest of the flooring in. It's like worst place in the entire house to do any kind of flooring. Um, Unfortunately, when we redid the laundry room, when I first moved here and brought the washer and dryer here, um, we had flooring in there. It was in decent shape, but it didn't absolutely match anything that we eventually did, so we had to get rid of it. And we did a master bedroom bath remodel, which was the whole end of the house back here. And when we did that, we brought that flooring out into our small hallway in the back, and then the laundry room's right there on the other side of my room. So we wanted if you don't use the same flooring when you go through a doorway, then it's hard to connect it, and it also doesn't look right so we decided we'd bring it all the way up to where the kitchen starts, and then that flooring's different. Where we're at right now is that we've got what they call vinyl plank flooring that locks together. It's waterproof. But what we have out here in the kitchen and living room is glue down, because it was flooring that we were able to get when my husband used to work for this company. We got a pretty good deal on it, and we absolutely hate it now. But flooring is really expensive, especially when you're doing large rooms. So it may be something we worry about down the road somewhere. But for now, we're just going to leave it be. It's 8 a.m. Yeah, anxious. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, I'm back. I thought coffee was a good plan, and now I've decided that maybe it wasn't because I've been kind of warm all day, and now I'm really drinking coffee. Coffee with French vanilla creamery. No sugar, nothing else, just a dollop of that, and good to go. I tried this other one earlier. It was cinnamon hazelnut. Nah, I wasn't real fond of that, but uh, the French vanilla is good. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say something earlier when Tina was talking about like the subs going up and down. It is funny how that happens because I had like 156 the other day, and then I looked today and it was at 150. I was like, oh, yeah, I got to get a schedule going so I can I got my times figured out, at least generally what I've, kind of gotten from you guys and a few people, and kind of knowing when people are available or, aren't doing something else. I just got to get it all written down and then scheduled in, get my laptop up and going and get on there and figure out all this because I upgraded the StreamYard to the nicer one, the middle one, between the free one and the the one I don't need, the fancy one. Not fancy, but the one that has more to it. And I was surprised there wasn't much difference between a 20 and a 50. So, but anyway, I thought that it was like going to instantly unlock all these buttons and I was going to be able to do all this stuff. And I was so wrong. Becca, what are you doing with that Red Bull? Where's your coffee? You're supposed to be coffeeing with me. Yeah, I think so too, Maria. I was like, yeah, I'm not like, I mean, of course, you love to have subs, and I think that a lot of things change when you're doing different things because, like Tina was saying earlier, the drama seems to really jack up everybody's views and blah blah blah. But also, I've seen lives where when we're laughing and we're all having a good time and everybody's doing just having fun in life, because it's hard to do that these days. I've noticed that that brings in a lot of views too. Maybe a little bit less than the drama, but you know what? Still more than what you would think. So I know there's been a few lives when I've went on with Tina and we've been on the panel just to acting a fool, just having so much fun that people really like that. Yeah, it's true. We are, but I definitely don't enjoy any of that stuff. Like, um, I'm good with Leanie and all of you. I'm good with Tina. I'm good with that kind of like, we're either talking about something important, real life, or we're laughing about something goofy on Google or something. But either way, those are the just like the rest of you guys. I feel like that stuff's more important to me, and then all that drama and stuff. I mean, I watched soap operas when I was younger, and I didn't watch them for very long because I quickly realized that it was a very bizarre storyline, and things were always changing, and people would be dead, but then they'd be back alive, and they'd be on another soap opera. And after a while, I was like, "This is just too weird. I can't watch this stuff no more." I know, right? Yeah. I know you probably thought the first time you came in here, Maria, it's like, wait a minute, I have a wrench already? But I just really adore you and I trust you. And the girls, this is the funniest thing about it. So evidently, when I was first setting up my channel, I don't even remember doing this until somebody told me that I did, which is really funny, that I had already like had them set for mods so that like whenever I decided to go live, there would already be. But the thing with that is that they're not always available, and the girls they sleep more normal than I do. I'm always on a little bit of sleep, and I'm always up here and there. So I just knew there'd be times when they wouldn't be available, and I don't expect to have any problems. I don't go out looking for them, and I'm not worried about that like that. You know what I mean? Um, Stay positive, and you know, doesn't take much to not have to deal with people if you don't want to. So, but I haven't had any real issues or anything. I don't expect that we will. But it's always good. Hi, Pink Fan. How are you? But yeah, I think that all of us are doing good. I think everybody is keeping it real, and that's what matters. Maria, but oh, she got everybody's name in there. Yeah, we are. We're trying to be. Becca, did you find your way out to a quiet spot so you could come up for a minute? Hey, RC, what's up? See, I'm not the only one that uses the word gentleman, Becca. Raider. I feel like one of my dogs is, well, I wouldn't really call it snoring, but it kind of is. Excuse me, guys. I promise I don't have a cold. It's called medicine. And I was going to talk to Lainey. I had something really funny to cheer her up tonight. I was going to get her giggling right off the bat because I was going to let her know that I tried one of those goodie powders, right? A friend of mine gave me one. And I was going to wait and do it when I was like, when she was on the show, and I was going to be like, hey, let's have a goodie powder. I've never had one before. Anyway, it's just a powdered version of aspirin and caffeine and stuff. But anyway, that didn't go really well for me, y'all. Look, I tried to pour it back and then like swallow it like that, but then there was this big clump of powder, and I tried to put it back and then take a drink so it would go down. Well, my tongue moved it and it got down under, and it was like stuck in by my teeth and stuff, and all I could taste was that whatever flavor it was. I was like, what did I do? And the only thing I had to drink at that moment was coffee, so that really didn't taste good together. One of you wonderful people should come up here and so I can hear your voice. I love voices. Yeah, what's up is life, right? What's good? Well, it depends on if you're talking about music or food. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway. Where's your link? Oh, God, I'm a goofball. You guys, look, now, we're going to use the excuse that it's because it's late. All right, let me do that real quick. I am so sorry. I have no idea why I didn't do that. I always do. Now, I still don't know how to pin it the way I'm supposed to. But we're going to figure this out. Okay. So I'm going to go in here. Maria's going to have to show me how to do this stuff. I know she said she could, and I need to get on it. Pin it to the top. See, I don't know how to pin it to the top. What did I do? Did it work? Okay. Put a star comment. See? Okay, I got it there. But I'll tell you what, I'm silly, you guys, because I'm getting my laptop out later, and I'm going to figure this crap out. I'm going to figure this out. This was a quick moment. I pinned a comment to the top in chat on my iPhone. Yeah, I think I know I can do it, but I don't know. One day I was messing with it, and then I had myself all off the screen for a minute, and then Rich tried to come up, and I didn't see that he was up there waiting for me, and I felt so bad. I was like, oh. So I'm trying to get him to come up because I want to give him a chance to come up with me. Oh, we got a button. We got a light. It's my girl. Hello.
Hello.
I'll whisper.
I'm gonna whisper.
Can you imagine me? Have you ever done that when someone else has to whisper, then you start doing it too because they're doing it?
He's gonna kill me if he knows I'm online at like.
Oh, hush. Raider says that marijuana affects the memory now. It doesn't do that to me. It makes me more silly than anything. I can do everything when I smoke that I can do if I'm not. So, but you train yourself, you prepare yourself to do that, like, because if you can't keep it together, don't smoke. I can't believe I forgot to do that. It's the first thing I always do. I always do that link thing. And then, but Maria will probably be able to take it and like highlight it. It bugs me that I can't get anything to highlight. Well, I mean, I can highlight the messages.
I should have done that before I came on.
I'm so silly. It was just like a last minute thing, and I was like, yeah. I'm so silly. Girl, I'm like ready to cry. There's so many things that totally needed to get done before today. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Part of the reason why we got delayed though is because he ran up to help Chris with his air conditioner, and then we had to get his rent paid, and and get the air conditioner running again because it's, like I said, an older camper. So the air conditioners don't get used, if you think about it, very often. And so the person that had it before us hadn't been using it that much. So it was kind of not really seized up, but it's been acting up a little bit. And I told him, I said, honey, when it's cooler at night, turn that thing off. That thing's ancient. You got to like give it a break, you know? So we got the fan so that he can have air moving and then turn the air off, give it a break. So,
Oh, good. What time are y'all
so we had
leaving
to kind of,
tomorrow?
yeah, I mean, I kind of wish we could have like done that for him like the day before, because what, it was getting too close, and like today it was our day to like finish it all. You know what I'm saying? The laundry room. I think I bought the flooring. That last box was like 3 weeks ago, and I told my
Yeah,
husband, I'm like, dude,
you've been really busy.
last minute. He's the last minute person, and I want to get it done person.
What time are y'all leaving tomorrow?
Well, it's a 4.5 hour drive, and our pickup meet time is 5 o'clock. So we usually don't leave any later than like 10:30,
Okay, so I'll talk to you in
something
the
like
morning.
that.
I'll talk to you on your way too.
I'm trying to get Raider to come up here because I felt bad
Okay.
last time when I was trying to figure out how to pin something, and I was off the thing. I
Rach, come
just
up so I can drop down. I swear to God, I'm gonna
she's
wake
like,
my husband up.
save
I know
me.
I am. Please do. It is so quiet, and he's such a light sleeper.
I wish
He's
I
like a
was
light
sitting in the
sleeper
in
over
the
now.
blind with you. We could cover up. We could snuggle in a blanket. Oh, that's right. You're in Texas. We wouldn't need a blanket. Okay,
No,
we'll
I
put our
am
feet
too
in a
out
cold bucket of
front.
water.
I wouldn't have jumped on StreamYard at all if I was still in my blind. That's like right up against the window.
I know, right?
God, I could be whispering, and he's like, "Why are you being so loud?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, our I guess windows are way too thin or something. I don't know. There's a major issue there.
Right.
Or I have earbuds in all the time, so maybe I am louder than I think I am. I'm not sure. I haven't figured that one out yet. It's quiet.
Yeah,
I
because
can't see
last
one
time,
star.
hmm?
I cannot see one star. It's all this pollution, and it's not even really cloudy. That's really sad.
Oh man, I've been so warm all day. I don't know what the heck is going on. It's just been real humid and still here. There hasn't been much breeze or anything, not much air movement.
Yeah, our weather's been crazy, off and on. What time did I get off the phone with y'all earlier?
Gosh, I don't even remember. I think the last time we all talked was between 6 and 8,
7.
somewhere in
Yeah,
there. It was a
I
little
went to
brief one.
sleep. Yeah,
I
I
know
went to
Beachy
sleep
was
at
wore out from
9.
all the running the dog to the park and here, there, and everything. I know she was tired.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Maria, dear. I'll be waiting.
Right.
I'm all
Love
silly and
you,
shit. I get
Maria.
tired and I get silly. It's so weird.
Um, how long are you gonna go on?
I don't know. Probably until um I'm still waiting for him to come in. I don't know what he's gonna do with that. There's so much. I don't know how we're gonna get that washer and dryer moved. That's so much work. I'm just like, we started cleaning. It's just a lot to it. You would think a little space like that would be easy, but it's the worst. The smaller, the harder it is to fix, to work in it.
Yeah.
And did I ever tell you when I remodeled our closet in our bedroom, when we did the closet remodel, I almost had a complete panic attack from painting in that little tiny space. I had to have my clip fan from the hospital clipped to the side of
Yeah, you
the
told
bookcase so
me you
I
got
could have air
frustrated
blowing
with
on
it.
me.
I hate that. I'm fine in elevators and stuff like that, but if this space is just too small, I can't do it.
I didn't like it. That was my most unfavorite spot.
I'm being stuck in a corner with
Yeah, I
nothing to
mean, the
do.
closet's not that big. It's not the biggest walk-in closet. It's a smaller version of a big walk-in closet. Whatever the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, it's small enough too. If you think about painting in that space, it was hard.
Sure. See, I could go back to sleep now. I did. I just opened a Red Bull.
You just needed to hear my voice. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I needed to go smoke a bowl. I was wide awake 30 minutes ago. Now I'm nice and toasted, and I can lay back down and yes, listen to you and just drift off into dreamland for sure. I love being on the phone with you when I go to sleep.
I'm sorry I had to mute for a minute. I was choking so bad. It's like I
Or
went down the wrong tube.
sometimes I'm asleep by the time Mimi comes on, but I love listening to her going to sleep too. Her and Tina,
Right.
they both have
Yeah, the
soothing
other day I
voices.
went to, I did. She came on and I came in, I said hi to everybody, and I was about 25, 30 minutes, and then I went and laid down and I was done. And then I woke up and my phone was on me and I could hear Maggie and Leanie laughing about something, and I literally was just totally like floored because I think I was disorientated, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking, looking around like they're here or something, and there's my phone. I couldn't figure out where the voices were.
I can't tell you how often I've like tossed and turned or like I'm switching positions and I hear them like cackling together. It's so funny.
I know. Yeah, Pink fan. Beachy is doing really well. She's awesome. Yesterday, when we were on call, we were we'll think of random music, and all of us girls will just start breaking out in songs and stuff. So that was yesterday. We were doing a lot of that yesterday. If it ain't me, it's Beachy doing it. And Becca, she'll come up and you'll be like singing something, and then you start rapping out your own, you keep adding on like all these wild things. When you and Maggie do it sometimes. I know Maggie and Tina did it one time on hers, and I like doing that. It's fun. It's fun to make up songs. I don't know. Just us adults being goofy.
That's why we vibe so well with Maggie and Leanie.
Right? It is exactly it, for sure. I think Tina needs a little music in her life. She's having a rough time right now. And when me and Beachy were having that conversation about the vibrations from music and the gathering of people when everybody's in sync to the music, it's meaningful, but it's very true. I mean, like yesterday, I was kind of feeling bummed, and I had all this work to do around the house, so I kept having Alexa play songs that make me feel good. So I was trying to get in a good mood, good headspace there. You ever wake up to a song that did not exist? Yeah, the weird ones I make up in my head all the time. I do.
All day
Um,
long.
I can't even like play music anymore, like when I'm sleeping, because what happens is I'm a light sleeper. So if it's one of my favorite songs comes on, my goofy butt will wake up in the middle of the night and be singing the song. That's what I used to do when I was younger. So I had to stop playing music when I went to bed. I didn't get no
Funny.
sleep. It was an all night concert. Okay, I'm cut off.
You are. Oh,
I'm
you're
cutting
funny.
myself off.
I'm
Oh
about
my
to cut
goodness.
myself off the StreamYard and go to sleep now.
Okay, sweetie.
I love
Rich is
you.
gonna come up and visit me because we missed each other
Wonderful.
last time.
Okay, I love you so much. I'll talk to
All
you
right, and I
tomorrow.
love you too.
I'll be here listening.
All right. She'll be listening and I'll be watching. I'm just kidding. Right, exactly. Sometimes I'll just make up random songs and I'll be messing with the dogs, and I'll make up some little like rhyming, funny little like what do you call them? A jingle is what they call it, a jingle. And I do those a lot. I would have been really good at making like commercials or making up jingles or intros for people to either whatever, for whatever reason. I'm just really good at coming up like rhyme and stuff, and it's fun. Oh my gosh, my thumb hurts. I don't know what I did, but something fell on my hand earlier, and it like my thumbnail hurts a bit. Has anybody ever been accused of wearing fake nails just because you have your own natural nails, and when you get a manicure and nails grow, because I wash my hands 1,000 times a day all the time, and then it grows up on then your nail grows, and so the nail polish and stuff is obviously moving upwards, so down by your cuticle you'll have that little space. Well, I've had more people think that they're fake nails because of that, and I'm like, look, do you know how much time it takes them to take that shellac off your fingers? Yeah, this stuff lasts forever, and I can paint and wipe it right off, but oh my goodness. Oh, I got a guest. Hold on. Maria. Hello. Hello.
I was muted.
You were
Oh,
muted and I was rambling, and then I'm like, oh, the button, the light's
oh
on.
no! I did say I'll come up and keep you company. That's what you missed. That's all.
Oh, thank you. I
I do
remember the
that a lot, and
first.
I'm mute, and then I think, what am I doing? And then I'm unmute, and I don't want it to be unmute. I don't want it to be like unmuted.
Sometimes me and the girls will be on a call, and we'll like mute because of a noise in the background, or that me and Beachy, like her dog or my dog, or they take turns barking. Okay, and so when that's going on, you'll mute, and then we'll come back because we'll hear like somebody either call our name or there's a conversation and you forget you're muted, right? So you're talking
Yeah,
on and on and on. And one day Beachy was doing it, and oh my gosh, we were laughing so hard. My stomach hurt so bad because it was like I could understand everything she was saying because I know her so well. But
that's
even though I
it.
couldn't hear her, and I'm used to reading lips, so it was really entertaining.
Mine, I usually leave. I've done it before, and I was unmuted, and they're like, "Who are you talking to?" And I'm thinking, because I'm going, all right, I'm going, hello Galaxy, to the dog. Oh my god, and I'm unmuted, and uh, are you not very well? I'm going, are you not very well today? Oh god, and then you get caught how you really speak at home.
Right?
Yeah, I speak like that to the dog. We have conversations all day.
I think I've figured out how I'll finally be able to get myself to go on some of these adventures that are going to be. I've never left the country. So I figured out when I was in New Jersey on the right there on the ocean, all I needed to do was get a boat and go across, but I don't even know if I could handle the ocean. So I think it's only about 6 hours from over across the pond if you're at the pond.
Right. I wouldn't fancy going on the water.
Me neither.
No, I get terrible.
I just
Oh my god, I'm terrible seasickness. I do.
I don't
Even
think
when
I'd.
there's not, even without. I took my eldest to Euro Disney, and we got the ferry over, right, and there was not a ripple. It was flat, the sea, right. We're in
Oh
sitting
wow.
down. I said, "You hungry?" And he said, "Yeah." Oh my god, I looked like I was walking drunk, and like it felt like the cafe was miles away, and I'm holding on to everything. And I said, "Oh, I can't do that again, Ben." I said to Mum, I said, what? She said, I said, "But Mum, there's no ripple. There's not, there's, honestly, it was flat." And luckily, on the way back, someone gave me some seasickness tablets. I think just as well, because we were sat right at the bottom and it was really choppy. The boat was
Oh
going
wow.
everywhere. And I was so glad that she gave
I
me
hope the
some.
cruise ships don't feel like that because I'm supposed to be going on my first one ever in September. I'm
Yeah, I
so
wonder if it
scared.
does, because this is just a ferry, I mean, yeah, I wonder
Right.
if, yeah, I didn't think of that. If you're right at the top or something, would you still get affected if you was
All
like,
I know is that there better not be any doggone hurricanes or any weird crap going on out in the ocean when my ass gets on that boat.
no, I'm afraid of, I can't really swim that well. So,
Well, I can swim, but I wouldn't make it in the ocean because
No,
that shit will take you
that's a
out.
that's a different story in the
Oh,
ocean,
it's
isn't
a
it?
completely different story. I'm like, man,
Oh, it's only a few thousand miles to the coast. We can do it.
right? Yeah, exactly, right.
Oh
Well, when
no,
I was it 11 or 12, 11, my mom and me went on a. This is the first time I ever been to an island, and we went to Hawaii. And when we were out there, we went to different places, and so our friend's husband was in the Navy there, and so we were visiting them. So he, took us around all these different places, and we went to this one beach where it's just different than most of them, where they gradually go into the water. This one went straight out and then it drops straight down. It's not like the kind of beach you
yeah,
just, hang out on. It's weird. It's the only one I've ever seen like that. And I got out in the water and I had no trouble swimming at any of the other places, but they were like a bay where the
right.
water's calmer and you can snorkel. This was like for surfers or some crap. Okay, I should not have been in there.
Or like undercurrents where you know you can get it.
And
You
all I
can get.
know
Is it called
is I had
riptides? Do we call them the same? We call them
right the
undercurrents.
riptides, right? And I'm pretty sure that I was about to get pulled into one of those because what happened
Mm,
was I had learned how to body surf. So even if if a wave's coming, you want to dive down deep under the water so that you don't get rolled.
right.
But I turned around. Okay, I was looking at my mom and everybody up on the beach, and they distracted me. And when I turned around, it looked like a 20-foot wave come. You don't.
Oh,
There's like you do. It's like panic. I just dove straight down in, but I didn't get down deep enough.
oh,
Before it hit, and it kept rolling me in. And what was happening was because the beach wasn't the kind you could crawl out of. It went out and then up.
right.
I couldn't
I
get out. It
I
kept
had
sucking
that.
me back in.
How did you? Was it? Did you just get out of it and come back? Oh,
Yeah, I was getting like enough, getting up enough where I could get some more air, and then I take a deep breath, and I knew I was getting going back through again. But
mm,
it beats and rolls you and rolls you and rolls you around. So if I hadn't been a good swimmer, I would have drowned
oh.
from that.
Because I've
But
watched a few programs just on these boats that go mad, and it's I think it's in, is it Miami? It's a certain way. It's got it, riptides and all that.
yeah,
And I
they
read
do.
someone got like into one, and they said if you just float, you will eventually come out of that, and then you won't be fighting against the riptide. And I mean, I can't even float. My
So
mum
what
can
you
float
can't do
but
is
not
you can't fight
swim.
the water, no matter what. That's the one thing we learned in swim lessons when I was younger, and then when I got older and did some lifeguard stuff, we learned that though. It's what it is. The panic is what drowns people most of the
Oh
time.
god, yeah, definitely.
And
I
so
would.
I didn't panic, even though I was a kid. I didn't panic. I prayed as I was being rolled through the water, but I kept you get that breath whenever you can get one. If your face can come out just enough, you got to take that breath. That's the
There,
whole
yeah.
thing. Because
So
then you
glad you
don't
could
panic
swim.
when you can breathe.
I think that is. I don't. I just. Oh my god, I couldn't
Her
imagine.
husband, evidently, they finally figured out that there was something wrong, and somebody came down. And the next time I came up towards the beach again, they grabbed me
Yeah,
out of there. And I was
get you
calling
back
for my
in.
life. It looked like I was running from a shark, man. I was trying to get the.
Oh no, God, I'd be frightened. Do you know what? It'd frighten the life out of me if that happened to one of my children. Oh my God,
So I never
I'm a
got in the ocean after. Well, I did after that, but not like that. Not where we were at was too high tide for
yeah.
regular swimming. That was surfing water. That was not swimming.
I think it's so
Mm.
easy to get dragged into that sort of water, though. You know, it's. I mean, I bet most
Right.
get a bit by it. I mean, it's not as if someone's going to go, "Hey, I'm going to swim in the riptide," is it? I mean, like
Well,
you
yeah, and
just
I shouldn't have been in the water by myself either because I should have had he could have like been closer, but the adults were kind of distracted, and I thought, well, you guys just keep on talking, and hopefully,
I'm
I'll get
here.
out. Don't worry
Yeah, oh
about
my
me. Just eat your
God.
steak.
Bloody parents. Even in town, I hated it. My mum would gas bag for ages in just to a friend, you know, and I'm like tugging on my mum's arm going, no, just a minute. Oh my God. Honestly, you'd stand there for about half an hour while your mum talked. Ugh, no. And she wonders why I don't like shopping. I said, no, I don't like shopping with you. No,
I do not like to shop with my mother either. I'm not even lying.
But she gets she goes I remember her saying she was a bit disappointed because I think her dream was like having a girl, doing girly shopping, looking around every single item in the shop. I don't do that. I know what I see. I know what I like. If I go, I can
Right.
quickly go through a rail of clothes and say no, 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 no.
Me
You
too. And I
know,
can go through the clearance rack. I can go right to the store, right to the clearance rack, and flip through that thing in about 5 minutes and be gone.
yeah. I mean, but but my mum will want to look at. She go, "What do you think of this? What do you think of that?" Oh,
Right.
I'm not there for that. I know what think. I fairly
You're
know.
like, I'm not there for that.
I know what I look like. Thing is, I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with these. I don't know. I don't understand the that in context of shopping, looking through every single item
I
and
can't
holding
do
it
it.
up.
I
Or the
get an idea
shoes.
and
Oh
then I
my
go look
god.
for it and then I get it. But I wait and watch it and see, like, so I almost all my shopping's on Amazon. I
Me
was totally
too.
obsessed with the Amazon because I
Amazon
decorate
Prime.
and design shit and they have everything I need. No matter what it
There's
is, no
everything
matter
I
whose
need,
house,
and it comes the next
they got
day.
everything. Right. If you
Like
can't find it on Amazon, they probably don't have it. That's what I always used to joke around about. When they
the
first started up Amazon, that was always that was my like advertisement for Amazon.
I know
If
because
you can't find it here,
my kids tell my mum I spend a they say, "Oh, mum spends a fortune," but what they don't realise, these Amazon packages that keep coming. I buy bulk, so I
hmm
buy a bulk of wipes, antibacterial wipes, but they last me a good couple of
right.
months. So I said in the long run, I think I'm saving. I don't care what anyone says. And
Oh
what's
no, I think you're
what I
doing a good
spend on
job.
wipes?
Yeah. Well, right. And well, I like Amazon because like when I'm looking for something, what I'll do is I'll look for something and I'll pick so many of the same thing, different prices, but they're all on sale. And if you wait for a while, those prices will change and they let you know if it goes
Yeah,
up or down. But
they do.
sometimes I'll
Yeah,
go on there and I'll just find such good deals, like stuff. They'll go a lightning deal where you get something like 80% off. You never know.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went like crazy last week and I almost forget what
Oh,
you forget you've like ordered things. They're separate days. The
oh,
other day,
I
my
order
husband comes
loads.
in. I thought this fool had left. We call him Bigfoot because he's huge. He's really tall. He comes in with the biggest fucking box I've ever seen in my life. And he's like, "What's this?"
I forget half the things I bought.
And I'm like looking at him because I forget that Amazon packs a box in a box. So the company that
Yes.
sells it, they put it in an Amazon box so that you know it's your Amazon order. So I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. And I thought about it and it was like, oh, it's my wagon that I ordered. This one of those all-terrain wagons that fold
Yeah.
up and you can carry all your supplies or your,
Oh
camping
right.
gear.
Yeah.
And then my dogs can even go in there. So I was like, hell yeah, I got to get me one of those. And so I found one that was $20 off.
I got some bargains.
But it was this little, the box wasn't little, but compared to the box it was in, you could almost, I don't even know, I could fit appliances in that box. It was insane. I was like, what is,
I have something that can go through the letterbox in a box. I thought they could have put that through the letterbox. They've did a perfectly good box here. I thought it's only Amazon. They make some are crazy. Some of the sizes of the boxes for what's
they
in
really
them.
are. I was just like,
So at
wow.
Christmas, I'm up there right up to the ceiling because they've all got one box in each of them. And I thought, well, and I don't. Oh, you need a room to put the Amazon stuff in for Christmas.
Exactly. I know. I don't know. We were burning stuff, but evidently my husband, the neighbor lady one night, called the fire department because
Oh,
he had the little fire pit. We do not have a big fire pit, okay?
oh,
We have a
fire
smaller
pit's
one.
okay in it to have.
And there's what, 50 feet, 100 feet between our houses. And she must have seen, well, when he was doing it in the back of the yard, it wasn't near her windows where she could see the flame.
All
But
right.
when he moved it up further in the yard, then it was probably like equal with her living room window. But anyway,
Would you
it was
think to
just
go
weird.
and ask C first and phone, then immediately phone someone?
There's
I would go
Raider.
over there and see if it was a real fire first.
Hello.
Well, I would go over there. Not,
I
What's
seen the
up?
button.
Kev.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
What's going down, ladies?
Just talking about fire.
It's the smoke.
Fire? Ah, shit. The smoke.
The smoke.
You got the smoke or what? You got some smoke and shit to
See, I
pass
have to
around?
smoke outside though. I can't.
I've
We're not
only
allowed.
made it through.
Man,
I
just
had
smoke inside. Fuck, you know?
We're
Just
not
put the
allowed
fuck
to
in the
smoke
house.
inside
I
the
actually
house.
need to start doing that, y'all, because I've been
Oh,
working
my
on.
God.
I just painted my kitchen ceiling like a
Or you
week
get the
ago,
you get all the yellows
and
and
it gets yeah. Because when I was doing this one section, right,
yeah.
then when I started back in, I said, I bet you I'm gonna have to go back over that one because it was 3 months ago. But I mean, I'm sitting right with the kitchen window. It doesn't matter anyway. I got all this furniture outside now. I'm gonna get sitting out there because I ain't gonna keep
Hmm.
doing that shit. I gave
Oh,
up
I've
on
got
that
a big shed.
feeling.
I sit in the shed out in the garden. I got a nice shed out there. So it was like a front room in there, but it's now more junk.
Right. Well, my husband, we had it all looking nice last night with all the new stuff out there. And then I'm like, dude, why do you got that big ass saw thing over there and that tote and two orange chairs? And he moved my fountain off the table. I said, look, you better leave stuff alone when I put it up because I ain't going to keep doing that. So
I
I'm
hate
like,
people
fix your
touching my
saw. And
stuff as well, though. People,
but
oh
it
my
looks so
god.
nice.
Damn.
And we had this little fountain going. And I was like,
OCD,
yeah,
man.
I got to go outside, man.
Oh, I think, yeah, I think I've
OCD.
got quite a
Well,
bit, but I don't want. I don't care.
he likes his vision of like how things to be set up. It's very crowded in his mind. He piles things. I'm not a piler. I'm an organizer. So
Yeah, but
we're
everything goes
completely
missing on
opposite.
mine. They think they might, right? I was gonna dye. I went to dye my hair the other night, right? And I got like a mirror. It was all on the table ready. Next minute, it's gone. So I was shouting upstairs, "Who's took my mirror?" And it was my youngest, just because he liked it. I'm thinking, you don't like me
I hate
touching
that
your
shit.
stuff,
When you run around and you look for something and
like
somebody around that
always.
lives near you decides to move your shit. No, look,
I have silly
don't
things going
even.
missing, like the glass jug. I wanted to do some gravy, right? I had no glass jug. It's upstairs in the bedroom, and I'm thinking, what? It's a fight to cook in this house,
Why is that?
because they never bring nothing down. They don't. They don't like eating in front of people, shall I say? So they sort of like
What?
go upstairs. There's only one of my children that does bring down and washes it up and everything, and one doesn't know what a kitchen is.
Oh,
Um,
that. Okay.
oh God, my second eldest. I clean the kitchen about 4 times a day.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah, I
shit.
know.
You don't,
I
you don't have to,
know.
though. You don't have to be doing that all that work, man. Because you know
Oh,
why?
I
Well, I'll
do.
tell
I
you why,
have to.
though. But I'll tell you
It's
why. I
a
can tell you why. Because people need to clean as they go. That's all I got. That's all I got.
That's exactly
I
right. That
agree
is
with that
exactly what I said.
100%.
Yeah,
Because
because
he's
look. If you're gonna cook, okay, then wash the pan, wash the plate, wash
yeah,
whatever it
I do
is,
it as I
and then
go.
just clean the stove and the counter, and then it'll be ready for the next cook.
Exactly right. And I said to him, I said, look, love, do you really have to leave it like this? Can you just like sort it out a bit? And he went, well, I can't,
Wow.
can I, Mum? My food will go cold, obviously.
Oh God, it's cold. It ain't gonna get cold that quick, bro.
God, I say, well, do it like I do. You do it as you go. I've always done it that way. You think they would watch you and learn?
Yeah, well,
He will get there. He's the only one that's like that, to be honest with you. He's whatever he drops down, it stays there. So yeah. When
yeah, I know
he
what you
went
mean.
to he went to Turkey and he went for a week. Oh, I didn't have to do it. It was a holiday for me because I
You
didn't
know
have
what
to
I
do
mean?
anything.
Is it expensive, like an Airbnb or like hotels where you and Maggie are?
Yeah.
Or would you say?
Um, we've got I don't know. We've got a lot of bed and breakfasts that are in. We've got a lot along the seafront, but they're
You
like
guys have camping grounds there, or are you guys different than us?
no, yeah. We have camping grounds.
Oh, okay. There
There's
you go.
got a lot of countryside. You got the Oh my god, I'm not getting what's it called? Oh my god, The New Forest. That's a lovely one to go. We got the Centre Parks.
But your guys' seasons are different than ours. So if a person was going to come there and they wanted to be there when it was warmer, then what would that look like?
What, in
As far as
summer?
like, what would the months be to come?
So I don't know. My daughter's just walked out. Can I help you? You want something? You right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Then I was all right. I'm all right. All right.
Because I've actually heard these stories because I have a cousin that he left the USA about 20 years ago, and now he lives in London, and he's been there ever since. But he does travel a lot, and he's actually been to Holland, and he's been to everywhere. He's been to he just travels a lot, and he's said that it is different compared to the States, but it is kind of the same thing, but it's different out there. Like, it's different.
I
Like,
should imagine the weather's totally. I mean, it can be
yes,
really sunny but a bit cold. I mean, it's sunny now, but it's a little bit the wind's a bit cold.
So like, it's summer here now. It's just firing up, getting warm. So like, your
Yeah,
guys'
we're into
summer.
summer. We're summer. I mean, because
Okay,
it's
so I'm thinking of Australia. That's where I'm thinking of, that the
they have
seasons are
their
different.
summers like Christmas, isn't it?
Yes.
really?
Okay,
No
thank you.
shit.
Yeah,
See,
Oh
I get
they
them
wow.
have
mixed up.
I didn't
they
even know about that.
Okay, I'm putting it
Man.
down.
well, that's what they do, don't they? That I'm sure, because I remember I'm sure it's
Pink
their
fan.
summer
Okay.
when it's our. Because I thought they had Barbies on the beach for Christmas. Don't know.
Hey,
I need that
you know that
confirmed now.
I'm sorry. You know that one YouTuber Alcy. You know who he is?
Oh yeah,
Alcy. Yeah,
Hmm.
he's from Australia, right?
yeah.
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 He,
I'll see, man. I mean, it's actually been a while since I've been on this panel, but man, we get wasted on there, but but
Oh,
it's
I used to
awesome.
go. I used to go and hang out with them, and I'll never forget the night I tried to come
Really?
up on the panel, and they were all drunk, right?
Oh hell
And
yeah, they get fucking hammered on
And
there.
look, and so he knew who
Oh, where'd
I
she
was,
go? Fuck.
but he was too wasted. And he goes, I don't know
Oh
who. The one of the guy goes, I don't know who that is. And he goes, I don't either. And then I had messaged him in the chat and said, it's me, Goofy. And then he later on then he got distracted, right? And he goes, oh, come on back up here. It's okay. You can come, whatever, right? And then that other dude was like, yeah, you come up here and we need to see some breasts. And he started getting all carried
yeah,
away. I'm like, I
that's
am
how they
not
talk
going
about
back
time.
up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember that last time I laughed so hard because and he didn't even let nobody on the panel, but you would never guess what he had by his side in his studio, where he goes live in. You would never guess what the hell he
Was
had
it
in there.
animals?
It was a donkey, man.
Oh, you mean to tell me he had my favorite animal and I wasn't there to see that one? Oh my Lord.
I thought
I'm
it
gonna
was
have to
fake at
find
first.
it.
I thought it was fake, and then because I was on some other live what's her name Arkansas's live, and then she says, "Oh my
Yeah.
god," and then she's like, and then Rob, what? Elsie has a fucking donkey in his fucking room. I said,
I
"Yeah, I know. I
didn't
saw
know Australia had
it."
donkeys. I thought donkeys were just here. I didn't know they had donkeys over there. I'm so like
I thought it
fully
was fake
shocked.
at first. I thought it
I'm
was fake
thinking
at first.
roos
I
and
thought
different
it was
kinds of
fake.
animals, but no donkeys. I mean,
Yeah, he had a donkey in his fucking room, and then he was all
oh
like,
my God, I
hugging it
love
and shit.
donkeys.
my youngest wants a
If I
giraffe,
buy
doesn't he?
if I buy
Giraffe.
any land
Fuck.
out there in Arizona, I'm gonna have me a donkey because I know right where to go get one too. Out there in that old coal mine town in Oatman, Arizona. I've got pictures on my channel of it, but there's donkeys and it's wild. There's this one lone donkey out there
I
that's a
don't know.
different color than all the other donkeys I've ever seen out there, right? And he's the one. I want to give him a new home.
Why
So
a
he has
donkey though?
regular beef.
Why not
They're
a horse though?
wild.
Like, Oh, okay.
I know they're not nothing like a horse, but they're kind of cool. They got
Why?
their own
Because they're
agenda
cute and
though.
shit, or
No, they're just funny, especially if like the one that got in the video got mad at the other one and it kicked at the other one and then that it was hee hawing and everybody in that vehicle was laughing. We were all stoned and we
yeah,
were
so would
all
I.
just dying. We'd never been around donkeys like that. And they
Oh,
just
I
come right
have.
up and you can feed them. Oh wow, we were just blown. Ever since then, every person in my family that I've taken on that trip has gone to Oatman to see the donkeys. It's a thing. Some lady in town told us about it. It's an amazing place to go. It's like a diamond in the rough. They make home goods. They have like stones and hats, and everything's made by the local people. You know what I mean? It's like a little town, but hardly anybody actually like lives in the town. It's just a very few people there.
I know what you mean.
And it's way up in the mountains.
Oh, nice, man.
So as you're
Far
driving, you're
far
going
away
up and
from the
up.
whole society. Yeah, yeah. So
And one
like it's up in
time,
the mountains. Nice. All right. Sorry.
I don't know, it's just beautiful out there, and that's where I want to like I said, I want to start trying to
You,
move to where we can do 6 months there, 6 months here until we eventually get this house flipped. But because it's beautiful out there and the land is reasonable, I can get just under 2 acres, or sometimes 2 acres for around 3,000. And that's mountain view. That's
wow.
looking at mountains. Okay.
Can I come
It's
over?
beautiful.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I
Nice.
know, I was actually thinking, I told my husband, I said, man, we're doing this all wrong. We got to move. We need to go out there. We need to get you working out there building stuff so you can make some big bucks. And we'll do some work out there, and we'll take that money and flip it and you can buy mini lots, and then we could build like little, cabins on, or a cottage or a tiny house, whatever somebody wants, and custom build it and then sell it with the property, right? For a decent price, affordable, but still profitable. You know what I'm saying? I'd
So he's
like
a
to do
builder
that
or
for
what?
my family and have like a place for all of them to come out there,
Is he a builder? Your
Yeah,
husband? Oh, he's a builder.
yeah.
Okay.
He's contractor, carpenter.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, we've done everything to our own house. Like even when the air conditioner broke, he went on YouTube and tried to watch the video, and I called an electrician that was retired, and he was really cool and helped him with the wiring. But we did it ourselves for like $100. It would have cost like 800 if somebody came out here.
Oh yeah.
So
Especially
we
nowadays.
do it.
Yeah.
We just figure it out. He tries to fix all the vehicles, even though my truck sat for 3 years in the driveway, and I wanted to murder him every day because all it needed was a goddamn fuel pump. So I finally got mad, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy this thing. We're going to put it all new. So we bought the whole tank and everything and all. It was like a whole kit. And he put that on. And then, well, that was all new. So he's like, well, I better put a new fuel line filter on. Well, then he got that on. But you know how older vehicles are. You start messing with them and things are rusty and they don't want to go back on right. So then that was leaking. So he fixed that. And then he was trying to get the truck moving, because it'd been sitting. And then one of the wheels was seizing up. Well, now it's a brake line that rusted out. So we're still waiting to get to the part where we put the 2 new tires on and we can drive it again.
Yeah, I know what you
But
mean
it's
because
bad.
yeah,
In
yeah,
Iowa, you
because
can't let it sit.
yeah, because like you let it sit like for a long time and then it ain't gonna start. You gotta get all the fucking fluids in there. The tires are all fucking flat. It's like you're just
Right.
sitting there.
And look, this is crazy though. The day that he started it up, I was at the end of the house closest to the driveway, and I heard that, and I come running to the door because I'm thinking, what was that? Because it sounded like it, and it was running, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Nice sound to hear.
Yeah,
Been
because
so long.
I know what you mean because well my dad now he's all retired now he's in like in his mid 70s and for decades right he would always maintain the cars and all that kind of shit but once these newer cars came around he would get mad because he's like I don't even know and then we're all dead. You got to take this to get service. He's like, I don't want to get this service when I could do it myself. Right? With that old school mentality, right? Because he knew about cars and trucks and all that kind of shit. He used to be a mechanic,
Right.
but then all these cars now they are so high tech now. He didn't even know how to
Yes.
fucking yeah. So then
I
he
know
used to get
everything about
mad.
the older
Yeah.
vehicles,
Hmm.
but I can only tell you certain things. I mean, everything's all, I mean, I can't say it's not pretty. I mean, everything's covered and it's way more protected and you don't have to service it as much. So those things are nice, but I still like the older vehicles for their different special things about them, like the way they're built. Like, so my Chevy Silverado, right? The seats in it's a 98, are so comfortable. They even have double lumbar. Now, I didn't even freaking know in 98 they had the lumbar yet. I thought that was later down the road, right? But certain companies did it. And now I look in a brand new Chevy truck, and for the price they want for it, the seats aren't even nowhere near as nice as the ones I have. comfort-wise, size-wise. They've shrunk the seats. You know, it's like, look, don't make the dang trucks look better and then make the seats shitty. You know, make the seats nice like they used to, you know, modern but nice.
Like a sofa
I
and
don't,
shit, huh? Like a
right.
sofa.
They are, those seats are like really comfortable.
Because
Yeah.
I remember back when I was a kid, right? Because like all my uncles, right, drove these old like 1950s, Ford pickups and Chevy pickups, and then those 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 trucks were built to get dirty and just rugged, and and then those doors slam and they slam, man. They fucking shut. But then again, like I remember back in the day, which nowadays it's unheard of. Like you had to had two fucking keys for your vehicle, one for the door and one for the trunk. Remember that shit? Remember that? No? You must be young then. Yeah, you had a key for the trunk and shit, man, to open that shit. Remember that? Remember?
Yes, I do.
Now it's just like a little lever and shit. You just open it. Like what the fuck?
But
And
yeah,
then
I missed
also,
that truck because it was my first truck that I ever owned either. And I told my husband when I met him, I said, a man needs a truck. Okay. I just believe in that. I think every man deserves a truck. I do. If, because you all have things to do and you need a truck. You never know when you're going to need it, even for your own self to move, right? That's kind of what
yeah,
did at the time. We were like minivan, truck, minivan. We went back and forth. Well, at that time, I was about to start moving up here. We needed that truck. So that truck, and then go figure, after we get moved, which was a big deal, putting like condensing two people's places into one. And then all my kids throughout the years have moved here and there and this one and that one, and moving big families. And I'm like, oh my Lord. So that truck came in handy. You know what I mean? But I've been missing it because we have work to do. He's been hauling drywall in my van and everything. I about killed him. But
in the
anyway, I'm like,
van.
no, we
Oh
got to
my
get them.
god, are you serious? In
Yeah,
the van? Oh shit,
yeah,
that's a
12
mess.
foot
That's a
pieces
mess,
of
Rich.
trim. He's put everything in that sucker.
Oh,
But I'm like, I get fussy about it because
you
if we
gotta
bought
get
the
that
van,
fucking truck, Rich. Going again.
right,
You gotta
just
get
for
that
the
truck
kids,
going.
I was like, look, we got tired of trying to
Damn.
drag everybody around, right? So we finally bought a van. We finally got a minivan because it seemed like everybody needed a ride all the time. And he has little kids, at the time they were a little bit younger. So I'm like, we need a van. I always had a van when my kids were little. It's just convenient. They're easier to get everybody in than a car where they're kicking each other and all that crap. So, yeah, so we got that. And now we have 4 damn vehicles, and it's just too much. We got a car. I got a car. He has a car, and we have a truck and a man. And we're still trying to get the goddamn, what is that? It's called a bonded title. Some dude, okay, sold him a Lincoln MKZ, which I know you know what that kind of car is. It's a nice ass car, okay, for $250 with the battery because he was going to part it out. Because he said that, what was it? What was wrong with it? They said the water pump was bad. And in that car, you have to tear it all apart to get to that. The whole engine out, okay? So they weren't going to mess with it. So he goes ahead and buys it. I didn't think it was a good idea because there was no title. The guy was trying to get the title from the people that hadn't brought it back when they bought another car from him. And so we go down and we have the bill of sale and we're trying to talk to the people about it. And she says, well, that guy, I know him. He should know better than to even have sold it to you without that title being returned to him yet, right? And it hadn't been
Yeah.
titled for a while. So we had to do a bonded title. Well, we finally did it, got all the pictures and everything turned in, and it took 4 months or 5 months to hear from them. And then they said, we need a picture of the VIN number. After all those pictures we took, we didn't get that one. So we did it, sent it back, and he still hasn't heard. I said, well, you're just going to have to go down there and talk to him because he needs to, do something with it. But that's just a lot to try to keep up that many vehicles. The insurance has gone up, and I got 3 of them on there. I don't know what happened to insurance, but here, like in the last, well, I'd say 2-3 years, right? And it's kind of weird. It was after all these major storms, so I think it's related to that, but we won't talk about that. That the insurance just suddenly hiked up. I had had the same rates for a long time, right? They just suddenly, like $40, everybody got raised. I was like, okay. And then maybe just 6 months ago, they did it again. And usually the rule of thumb is unless you've got a bunch of claims or you've, just cost them $1 million, they're not going to do that to you. But it's everybody. I thought it was just, like our insurance company. It was actually many. but it just keeps going up, and it's like, man, they're gonna make it so people can't do anything
Yeah,
with
that's
the
true.
prices. I mean, wow. So I'm thinking, move out yonder, get out there where it's cheaper to live, and live a little simpler and a lot less. I don't want to do utilities. I want to do a water tank out there and all solar. I don't want to pay anybody for utilities anymore. I'm sick to death of paying that shit.
I have some
You
friends
know?
who are going through the same thing as you. Yep,
I
they
just
want to live.
I want to go.
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah,
be in the
yeah.
city. I don't like this. I'm not a city person. I've already been up here way too long. It's taken a toll on me. I'm like, I got to go. The Colorado River's calling my name. I'm telling you, it's beautiful out there. I love it out there. Absolutely love it. It feels right when I'm there. I come back here and I feel like I just got dropped off on a weird planet somewhere. People are, yeah, you know. But
Where's that
now
at
I'm not
though?
saying
Where
when
you
I
at though
went and
now
visited
though?
my brother in California, I saw some strange shit there too. So it's everywhere. But I'm just saying, like, in the sense of, like, you know how there's certain places you visit and you're like, I could live here. I like this. This is peaceful. That kind of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's interesting.
That's what I got from Arizona and Nevada. That's, it was definitely, you could just get on a road and be driving and you're just driving along and there's not a lot of people around and there's not a lot of things in between things. You know what I'm saying? Like here, everything's starting to get connected to the point where there's no in betweens. They're like building one town into another town, and then the next thing you know, you're to the city. It's like becoming a whole piece instead of the separation that there used to be for it, like giving people a little space. Yeah, it's gone.
We have
Everyone's
houses built
developing.
everywhere. They
Yeah, they
build
keep
houses
developing.
everywhere here.
It's just, hey man, I can make money. I'm going to build this, strip mall is a big thing here, right? They're everywhere.
Really?
And wow, they're just really racking up the bucks around here on all that.
Oh yeah, interesting.
I
But they're
don't want to be
putting
part
these
of that.
but they're
I
putting
want to
these
be
new houses up so quick here. They're not. I don't even think this house is. They're not being put up properly myself. Because there's just like I
you can
heard them
tell.
when they was building behind me because I've been here 11 years. And they're going, no, don't put no more insulation in. That's enough. Take some out. And I'm thinking, oh my god, really? That's it's
Wow.
it's well, it's for the part. Some of it's for the council, so I'm sure they just don't use top like quality products. You know
Right.
that much. Yeah, I know that much.
That's why I like doing my own stuff because I don't trust a lot of, folks out there. Look at all these building collapses and things that have been happening. People are just literally like dying because people don't know how to
Man, you're
build
very
right.
cautious, huh? You're very cautious, huh? I can tell. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
all
mean,
right to be
like
like
when I
that.
sell this place to somebody, I know I'm giving somebody something that's gonna stay together. See
I
what I'm
think
saying?
it's good to be cautious, though. I think
Oh, of course, yeah.
because you
So
just
so am
never
I
know.
when, yep,
That's why
when
I've
I'm in
never been sold a shitty
public.
car in my life because I'm like a guy instead of a woman. When I go to do wheel and deal with somebody, I'm asking them as many questions they're asking me, and they don't know what the hell to think. They're like, this ain't in my script, but I do that because. And one time I even went to a used car. I didn't have much money. I won this little bit of money at the casino. First time I've ever gone. I was so excited. I was having kind of at a hard spot, so it was like a blessing to have gotten that money. It was almost like it was meant to be that day that I went there and I came out where I was just weird. And people were starting to follow me around the casino. That's how weird it was getting. They were thinking that I had was some luck charm and they could rub this one
Oh
lady goes,
my
will you rub
god,
my
what the
hand? It was getting really weird.
fuck?
Yeah, it was strange. I think they
I
were
would have left
using
after
me
a while. Shit.
to like get people stirred up to play the machines because they can do that. They can let you win. And I won like 3 jackpots in a row on the same kind of
Wow,
machines walking around.
Damn. How
you're
It
much
the
you
was
win
it
lucky
though?
was a
one, not
setup.
them.
I'm sure of it. They were cloning me. So but I didn't care. They were giving me some money, so that was cool. So I'm like, okay, I got to get a place and I got to get a vehicle. And so I had a budget at like a little over 4,000. I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? So, and this was a long time ago when things were way cheaper. So I remember that I went to this car lot and I took my ex-husband at the time and I said, let's test drive a bunch of vehicles. This guy was so pissed off. You have no idea. Like he did not like us because we were trying everything. because I just wanted to see what what he had, and so the one I finally thought, okay, I can afford this one, but I'm going to try to talk him down like $400. Well, here's what happened was it had a little bit of an oil leak, and we were looking at it, but I knew, and so did my ex, that it was just a valve cover gasket. We both knew that was like $60 to get fixed, right? So I'm like, man, this has got a major oil leak. But if you're willing to take the price down, I'll take it right now, cash. I had that thing out there, $400 less. Went down the road to Firestone, went in and paid $65, and they fixed it. So, yeah,
Wow.
exactly, right. And
Hey,
then I'm
not
really
the
good at like wheeling and dealing like that with people because they
I
won't.
need
How
you,
they
Wida.
always think they're gonna get you.
I need you to help me then. You need to come here, get me a car, and I'll be
Oh
all right.
yeah.
Because
Hey, if they
they
got
see me coming.
do they have a ferry? I can bring you one over.
That would be
a
great.
fairy.
I'll
Hey,
be
There's
there in
no
3 months. I'll be there in 3 months.
you
not
want
the
to hear a
same boat
story?
from China.
Yes.
You want to hear a story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yes. No.
Yep.
Okay. This was about probably the mid 2000s. Me and my uncle went to the casino right over here, and we were there like at noon, and we were just there all day, just playing the machines and shit like that, and there was this car, right? This late 1960s Mustang. It was all cherry red. It was all like, I don't know if it was a restoration, but it was a badass ride, right? It was a drop top and everything, right? And there was this older couple, and they were just playing the machine, and the next thing you know, they hit all the car logos on it. I said, "Man, you guys won the fucking car!" We did. I said, "Yeah, look, you hit the Mustang logo." And then that thing went, the light was flashing, and the alarm went off. I said, "Hey, stay here, don't move." Well, why? No, don't move, just stay here. And so next thing you know, right, security comes by, and then I guess the manager of the place came by, and then he's like, "Congratulations, but there is a catch." And then they're like, what is this catch? And they're like, "Well, let's go on stage and then talk about it, right?" So he had a microphone, right? And then he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is the couple that won the Mustang, but they have a choice. You can either pick the money, I forgot how much it was, or you can take the car out of the showroom." And everyone was like saying, "Take the money, take the car," right? It was like they were just like going back and forth. And this couple was probably like, I don't know, they're probably like now like in their 70s now, but they actually took the the car and they drove it out of the showroom, but they had to have somebody pick up their other vehicle that was in the parking lot, which they say, because like, and then they're, "Oh, don't worry about that, it's all right, you can just leave it here and pick it up later on." And yeah, man, but that was a badass Mustang, eh? If I recall, it was either a 68 or a 69 Mustang
Oh,
muscle
those are
car, man.
sweet. I love
Yeah, but
them.
hey, okay, look,
But
but
I'm a
look,
Camaro.
here's
I'm a Chevy. I'm a Chevy girl. I have
okay.
to admit it. But I do love. It's not that I don't love Fords because I've had a few. But my husband's mom was a big Mustang person. She had Mustang, and then
All
Beachy
right.
has Mustang. Me and her were riding around in her convertible Mustang when I was there.
Hey, if that was you, two ladies here, what would you pick, the money or the car?
The
If that
money.
was me,
I'd pick
really,
the
yeah,
money.
same here.
Money probably.
You know
Yeah,
why?
cause
Because I would
why?
go and get something else I need. Like if I still needed a car, then I'd find something
Cheaper
more
yeah.
reasonably priced, and then have money to get
And
caught
not
up
so
somewhere.
if it's, I don't know if they're a lot to run, are they? Or
Yeah, but you know what though? I've actually asked these same questions on different, live panels, and there was a few people that actually said they would take the car and have fun with it and then sell it later on. I said, yeah, but wouldn't you
yeah,
want the money though?
Oh, you mean
Shit.
like they want to have fun with it and then
Yeah,
pass it on?
yeah, yeah, and then sell
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But look, I saw that car, and you could even look inside it, and that was all like customized. It was all like it was badass. I was like, man, this is a badass ride, man. I said, man, this is yours now. Shit. Like that.
Yeah, it would be it. Some of those. Now, if it was a house, if it was a choice on a home, then I might change my
I
mind. But
no, I would
You would
take the home.
take what? Take the home instead? Yeah,
well,
so would
I
I.
always
Hell
look. Have
yeah.
you ever guys ever heard of HGTV? They have a contest every year, and if you can go
Oh
on
yeah,
and
yeah.
sign up every day, but they have a dream home they give away every year, and it's in different places every time, and it's fully furnished, and then they give you sometimes they come with a vehicle too, and then a certain amount of spending of cash to go with it, so obviously you can cover certain things, but I'd go for that if it
But you're
was
on
something
TV
like
though, right?
that.
You're on TV though and stuff. Oh man.
Well, I mean, they are because they have a
Oh yeah.
program. They do a lot of like remodeling and those house flips, and that's what's on HGTV. I'm obsessed with that channel, even though I don't get it here. But if I get around cable or like somewhere where, like a hotel where they have it, I'll sit there and watch that shit.
That's cool though. It's like
When I go to the casino,
winning
I
the
do.
fucking
I watch
house.
it.
Damn, you win the
Yeah,
house
it's
and shit.
beautiful.
Damn,
It's called the
shit.
Dream Home Giveaway, and then you just go in
I've
and
seen Dream
every
Home
day sign up
Giveaway.
for it
Where did I
for a
see
year.
that? I've seen that somewhere.
It's beautiful.
I don't know where I see it. I've got no chance.
The
I know
one
you
that I
got
wanted so bad was every color in the home was my like some of my color patterns, and I
like a
was like,
show
"Oh, this is
home sort of
it."
thing.
It was gorgeous. They had a real coastal type one that they did all coastal. It was real beachy. It was real cool. I loved it. It was so awesome.
Sounds great.
You
I
guys
tell
will
you what,
think that when I do my tour thing that I'm going to do soon, um, I might just do it in two parts because we have 3 rooms that are done and 4, so I could do 4. My kitchen, I'm gonna do like videos. I'm gonna actually videotape my husband and me work. We're gonna take turns of. We've always taken pictures, but we've
You
never
do it
done
too, or what?
video.
You do the work too?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, we've
Oh
done this whole
damn.
house together. So he does like, so if we're working on say a room, and so he's doing the drywall and the flooring because I have a bad back, and I do all the finished work, the painting. I stain all the trim and do all the decorating. So I'll come up with the designs, and then he cuts everything up for me, and then I get it all ready. So that's what we do. We're like an assembly line.
Wow. So Wild
You'll be
Angels
uh,
doesn't
blown away
mind,
when I show you the work we've done. You'll
getting
be
your
like,
hands dirty and shit. Nice. You get your hands dirty.
yeah, oh yeah, I'll have my nails
I've got
done
no one to help
sometimes.
me paint or
Oh my.
decorate.
Oh god. Here we go.
No, I mean like
Then I have
painted.
him
I don't do fake nails.
All
I
right.
need him to come over now and help me decorate. And
I
you
love it. That's
get me a
all me. I
car,
love it.
haggle a car, and then get my
There
because
you go. I can hook you up, Maria, all the
well,
way.
I've got a townhouse. It's like got 2 lots of stairs, and they're all spindles.
Well, after I went to New York, and Beachy lives on the second floor in an older building, so the
Mm,
stairs are really steep. And with my niece, my stupid knee from last year when I heard it chasing the dog, I'm telling you, it was a little sore because it has arthritis in it from the injury, but I just got over it. I mean, I smoked enough to the pain away.
yeah, I got a
And
good
after
knee.
like 4
Damn.
days of it, I was okay. Then I got home and I was fine. I don't have stairs here though, just the ones outside. So that's the only thing. But I did help my knee get more flexible.
I
So it
hurt
was
my
like
knee. I was chasing
therapy.
Stella, the dog. I was chasing my daughter's dog. 'Cause I don't know why. There was a reason I can't remember. I I went to grab. I thought I was close enough to get a collar. I went right down on my bloody knee. I nearly went through the whole window up on the first floor. And I really,
I
I
don't know
went
how
to.
I went like almost 50 years and never hurt my knees. And then
Now
on the
you
way on
will.
a vacation was the first thing when I walked into this uneven part of the sidewalk. And it was one of those moments where because we were walking fast because we wanted to get to the airport, and I hit that thing and it
Mm,
threw me forward. And I thought, okay, I have one choice in 2 seconds to decide if I want to land on my face and like probably like completely ruin that before vacation, or try to catch my fall. So I put my knee and my elbow down to catch myself so I
mm.
didn't face plant, and it was cement. So my knee and elbow
Oh
went right into
man.
the cement.
Yeah, I
So
fell
I
off a
fractured
curb
it.
onto the floor. It
Yeah,
was at a
I
fair.
messed it all up.
They thought it was amusing. I hate when don't you hate when people laugh at you?
My daughter was in pure shock. She turned
I
around and she
was
goes,
at the
"Oh my God,
fair
Mom." And
and
she
I
picks me
missed.
up.
I just don't even know what happened. I just fell right on the concrete with my knees. I just missed the curb. I
It
don't
hurts
even
so
know what I
bad.
did.
I
But
wish I would have landed in the grass because that was excruciating.
that would have been easier
I
on the
was
grass.
And the whole trip, you do nothing but walk because you got to walk
Oh,
from your hotel room outside, go places. I'm always real active when I go on a trip. We go rent a car and we go and see things and we do things, right? And I'm
yeah,
thinking, this is not going to ruin it. I mean, we got there, I ran down to the dispensary, smoked. We were hobbling around. I found a cab because it's a really steep hill, so you have to get a cab back up to your hotel, the one we're at always.
yeah,
But it was excruciating, but I dealt with it. I mean, they did put ice on it for me in the plane for 3 hours. I flew with my
yeah.
legs
That's good.
stretched out.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
My
in the
daughter's like, "Should we
plane,
take you to the hospital?"
man.
I'm like, "Girl, I'm on vacation now. We already got delayed a whole day." That's the only reason why that accident even happened. Because if we would have left the day that we got dropped off at the airport, the flight got canceled. There was like real bad weather at the airport and around the area. And the plane, when it landed to pick us up, it slid off the runway just a little
mm.
bit when they were turning, and it was
I was
stuck
going to
in the
see you
mud.
later.
Yeah, and so they had to take school buses from the high school and bus it out there to get the people off. They were from Wisconsin. They were coming to get us, and then we were going to Arizona. And so our flight got delayed a day. And then we had to go try to find a hotel. Little did I know, because I'm Caesar's Rewards, the reason why they were shipping them people over is because they had bought the local casino. So they could give free rooms to everybody because they had to put everybody up. They paid for everybody got a room. We didn't know that. We could have gotten one too. So we went and paid for a room, but they reimbursed us when we got there. So we got there a day late. We go in, and they always give you necklaces and all this, the water bottles and hand sanitizer, all these little gifts when you're coming in, and you get an envelope with your cards in it and all your information. And we went in and they had this little place set up so you could go get your refund from your hotel stay or whatever it cost you. And then they had champagne and all this shit. And here I am, look, limping around. My daughter's getting her refund. I'm drinking champagne. It was
Damn,
wild.
champagne. Damn, high
Yeah, I was
roller
like,
shit.
hell yeah. I'm like,
Yeah,
do we get a sweet too?
champagne with the bad knees needed, isn't it?
I would
Yeah,
have
it
some
was.
fucking beers or some wine and shit.
But no, it's not.
It, it,
I went to try and get some painkillers because mine was really hurting, and I went to the chemist. I said, I need some strong painkillers," and she said, "Are you on any prescription medication?" So I
What they always
showed her
say.
the list that I had, and she said, "Well, if that lot isn't getting rid of your pain, then there's nothing here that's going to get rid of your pain." I went,
right.
"Really?" I was shocked.
Don't believe them. Don't believe
I've
them.
I've resorted
No,
to like Tylenol. Arthritis seems to work really good. I bought some when I was on that trip because it's a little bit different the way it reacts because it's for arthritis, and when you get injured, you always end up. That's what exactly happens to that spot.
yeah. My
Um,
mum bought me some strong ones. They made me feel horrible. I felt as code code. I don't know. I can't say the word, but I just felt really sick. You can
you just
only
gotta
take them for
ice it.
3 days. You're not allowed to take it no more than 3 days.
Right, I know what you're
But I
talking
just fell
about.
asleep. I think that's what it does. You fall asleep so you don't feel it. I
Well,
think,
it's like a band-aid. That's all that ever does.
or
And
takes the
so
edge
you're
of
best
it.
to just try every home remedy every way you can. Heat,
Mm.
cold. I would numb mine with ice. And eventually it gets cold enough that actually numbs that pain some.
All right.
I,
Maggie
I
bought
was
Need
me
like
some
one of.
weed,
glued to an
man.
ice
Need some
pack.
fucking herbs. Need some herbs. Shit
Well, the
need.
That's
herb isn't.
exactly it.
It's not getting rid of my pain, but it's just a niggly ache more than
Oh
anything. But
shit.
my
Get
knee
my
looks
girl
different
myself.
to the other knee, and I don't know if it. And then I fell on it again because we're
Mm.
doing my back garden. It was just like a mud field out there. So my son said, "Well, I'll get some grass seeds and do it." Also, we've shut it off from the dogs while we're growing the grass. And Galaxy, the older dog, who's 11, we was out there doing the garden, and that he just put his head through we got like, I don't know, string and like a wire thing going across. He managed to get bloody through. He's
Oh boy.
going across and going. I'm trying to say to Charlene, But she was laughing at me, going, "Oh, oh." I said, I couldn't get it out because she was so busy laughing, and I'm trying to point, saying, "Galaxy's behind you," and then he went to lay down, but I got him out after that. He's cheeky, he is, that one. He likes laying on grass, the cool grass out there, but we never had none. He's thinking, "Oh, I've got grass there, can't wait to get in there." So, yeah, that's what I've been in the garden all week. Just
We've been,
trying to.
it's amazing how much work it is just to keep things nice, and then it's just a lot. And then when you have pets, you got to constantly clean your yard up. I want to
What
like
ruined my
redo
grass was the swimming
everything.
pool. I have above ground swimming pool,
Oh
and I think
boy.
that's what ruined the grass.
Yeah, probably over moisture.
Yes. So my son's going to build. I've got decking where I put, because that's mine. I call that like gazebo's my area, and then I want another bit of decking so they can put the pool on, and then it won't be on the grass, because I'm not getting rid of the pool, because it's we all get in it.
Right.
So yeah, so I need to get my son, who is a carpenter, and get him building some more decking for me.
I know, I've been trying to get a deck built for 6 years.
Oh, don't. If you want a job doing well, do it yourself. That's what they say, and that's what I end up doing. I was like, don't even bother. I do it better than you. It's like, I love cleaning, and I really do like cleaning, and I take pride in my cleaning. So like when they do clean the kitchen, I must admit I do go in there and have a look.
Check it over, see if it's good to
Just
go.
slyly.
Yeah. Actually, my
OCD.
husband didn't do too bad the 9 days I was in New York. He did pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, he missed a couple little things, but it didn't look nothing like it did when I had
Oh
my
my
younger
god.
daughter that
What did he
watched
miss though?
the dogs.
That's
But
all
it
I
was
want
just him and the dogs. All they did was sleep.
to
He
That's
was
it,
supposed to
Pink
be getting
Fan.
all these
Dogs
projects
love.
done, and he was asleep. My daughter had to come over and wake him up several times to make sure the dogs got food.
know. Hey
Because
man, he needs some
he
rest, man.
sleeps
He
like
needs
a
some rest.
log. He's a log sleeper, I call it.
Yeah, that's all
I'm like,
mine.
man, he's just out. You could the whole place could be burning down. The
Little
tornado
big party
sirens
and
could be
shit.
going
Big
on,
party
and he would
and still
not
be
hear
asleep.
none of it.
Damn. You have a fucking after party there and he's still asleep. Shit.
Evidently,
Yo.
we're staying up too long because my son had some things that needed taken care of, and we wanted to get he's about 45 minutes away. We had to get him situated, get all his stuff done before we go after the younger group. So that way, when we get back with them, we don't have him calling and got to run over here. You know what I mean? So we're trying to get things done. But my
Man.
younger kids' timing for when they need something from us is always when we're super freaking busy. Like, it's always like
That's
that.
always
You
the
guys are
way, isn't
always busy
it?
then, huh? You're always busy
And
I
then,
I'll
right?
be
often
like,
say,
if y'all would just come over and offer to help instead of
That
asking me
was
for my
yeah,
help when
exactly.
I'm busy, that'd be
exactly.
great. That would be so
I've
amazing.
even got a thing hanging on my wall in the
Work as a
kitchen.
team.
It's a 24-hour mum's bed and breakfast. It's
Yes,
caterer, psychology nurse, doctor, and everything, and it's got all gifts are greatly appreciated, but I don't get them.
I like that.
Yeah, I got it on. I got someone else. I got a friend
What
of
does
mine
mine
one.
say? Put my laundry.
I love it. It's great. It's
It
like,
says
yeah.
laundry
I'll
open
show you
24
it.
hours or something.
I'll take a picture of it and show you. I love
I'm
it.
actually going to have to take everybody on. Oh, shit. I should have done it today. I'm just saying, like, while the rooms are all situated before the humans come in.
The humans. What the hell?
The humans.
The humans are back.
Well, since
The
I
Yes.
have so many
humans.
dogs here, sometimes I find myself referring to people as
The
humans
humans.
because the
Well,
dogs
like,
are
I like that.
well, like,
the
Humans are
what are
dogs
back.
are
you doing and shit,
aliens.
man?
Okay, these dogs. I
Alien.
have one that's a freaking gremlin. We named him Gizmo because he literally, when he was a puppy, looked a lot like one of that really cute gremlin, a Gizmo, the
Yeah, I
gremlin.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
and then when he started making weird noises that don't sound like a dog but sound like the gremlin,
Start
we
singing
even
and shit.
watched the movie to see if we were losing our shit. Okay, And this dog sounds like it. And one night when I first got him, I kind of forgot I had a dog. Like you forget because it's a new thing that this puppy's in the house. And so I look over at the other dog and I'm like, what the fuck is that? It was freaking me out, right? It was the dog making these strange noises. And I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I had to go investigate, but I was kind of scared at
Oh
first because
God.
it really sounded scary. It was
Actually,
just like,
Freaky.
his name was actually what? Mogwai, huh? At first, Mogwai.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Mogwai.
didn't, and then the boy named him Gizmo, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's
His
right.
name was Billy. His name was Billy.
Yeah.
So
I remember this.
at the end,
I don't know.
how'd it go?
And it took them what,
At,
like 10? Well, how many years was it before they made Gremlins too? It was a really long stretch between them. It was really
I can't
weird. Like
remember. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look it up because it was like it was a
but the
stretch. It
first
was
one
wild.
was actually the best one. The first one.
Yeah, it was when they're in the
Eh,
bar and they're flying around on the ceiling fan and all
they're
that
all
shit.
drinking with
It's
the
crazy. And they
tat
were
beer.
all
Yeah,
drunk and they all
they're
had
all
beards and shit.
they're all doing shots and shit. Yeah, they're all passing out. Remember that?
Oh my god, that was
I remember
funny.
that part. Yep, they're all fucking smoking cigarettes with those big old mugs of tap beer and shit.
Yeah,
And then they're all passing out like just dropping because they're all so small. They can't drink that much, man. Oh fuck.
it was good. And yeah, it's funny because it was like when we were all growing up, but like when I don't remember at one point with the kids at what age that like was a movie of the past, but I always had DVDs of those kind of special movies so that I could play them once in a while for the kids that were born in a different era than any of that, so that they could
Oh
still
yeah,
enjoy
yeah,
it. I have like a whole collection of those kind of movies just for them.
yeah. So
And I
I'm
had
from the
no
'80s too,
idea
so
when I was
yeah,
collecting DVDs that we were going to be so digital someday that it was going to be like a thing of the past.
yeah. But
And
I
now
still buy
your
them though,
game
like
systems
sometimes.
play your DVDs. Who knew? I
Yeah.
never even ended up using my player for the longest time because I got a 360 or whatever the hell it was years ago, and I thought, oh, this thing's cool. It plays DVDs, so I just use that.
I remember
Yeah, but
vinyl record.
it gets like hot though, huh? Like those those consoles
Yeah.
after a while.
hmm
Yeah. They get super hot.
And now that everything's on the smart TVs, I don't
Oh
even have
yeah.
an antenna hooked up like I did when I lived in the country. I had an antenna up in the window. I got some free channels, and I had a DVD. I had one of those, like home theater things with all the speakers everywhere, and the thing could put 5 discs or 5 movies in at once. That thing was cool as hell. I wish I'd never gotten rid of that. They don't even make shit like that hardly anymore. Everything's
Nope.
changed. That
It's
thing
all
had a
Bluetooth now
thousand
and
watts
shit.
of
It's all
power.
Bluetooth.
You know what I did one
Yeah.
time? We had this little old house, right? It was so funny, and I had that thing like way turned up, okay? And I put Jurassic Park on, and the beginning of it when the
Oh
dinosaurs
hell
are
yeah.
going, it goes boom, boom, right?
Yep.
I had
Yep.
that thing turned up, and I
Oh my
went
God.
downstairs to change the laundry, and I sat down to have a quick cigarette at the table down there, and all
You
of a
can hear that
sudden that
shit.
shit started. Look, the whole floor vibrated. I was so damn scared. Just for a second, I forgot I had turned that shit on. Oh god, it was like,
Oh,
it sounded like it was coming through the ceiling.
Yep.
Yeah, I was scared. I was like, I ran upstairs as fast as I could to make it stop.
oh
It was nice when you were in the living room, but when you were underneath it, that was not it.
no, not the
It
same.
I
really
actually
felt like,
watched that. You know what though? I actually watched Jurassic Park at the theater when it first came out, and I was what? That was about what? Like 18 years old, and that was badass because it was so loud in there, and I was like, damn, you could just hear the whole
hmm
like that shit was awesome, man.
imagine
I
that
was
now when they have the special theaters with all the 3D and all that. That'd be wild.
Oh,
yep.
Euro Disney, they got the 3D cinema. Oh, it was so funny. It was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids,
Oh, I
and
Yeah,
saw
and that
that one
and
too at the
this
theater.
air was shooting out at the
I
feet,
love
and
that
it was
movie.
like, and then like there was I think there was the dog in it, and it went to sneeze, right, and all this
Oh
water
yeah,
came
that's
on
right.
you. It was well good, really good. I'd love to go there again.
Oh,
The first
also,
time I ever
well,
went to a fancy theater, I didn't even know. I hadn't been in it so long that I didn't know they had changed them to where they have these super comfortable seats now.
Yeah,
And
they do.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize it. And we
oh,
went to
yeah.
this $5 like Tuesday deal where movies are only $5 on Tuesdays, so that's really cheap. And so we went with the kids, and I think it was Spider-Man or something like that. I don't remember which one it was. And so the seats were like reclined and everything. They were
Mm.
super comfortable. Look,
You
I
fell
laid
asleep.
back in that thing and I fell asleep, y'all. I missed the whole fucking movie. I
I knew
woke up
you was
and it
gonna
was
say.
the end. And I told my husband, I'm like, damn, you couldn't wake me up. He goes, I didn't even realize, what was going on. I'm like, oh
I
my
knew that was
gosh.
coming. I felt it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I guess it was just that comfortable. That's bad. So
Yeah.
anyway, oh well, Spider-Man missed me.
Oh,
Hey, hey, but you know what though? My cousin who I was talking about, the one that lives overseas, he was telling me that there are like movie theaters out there where you can actually buy a pitcher of beer and then watch the movie. Man, I was like, that's badass, man. I was like, shit,
Is
I
that
would
in
love.
Vegas? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah. It's overseas, like like in Europe and
Oh, I
shit.
got you. I was gonna say because
That's
you can pretty
badass,
much do
man.
anything in Vegas. So
You can fucking buy
when
a
I
pitcher
first
of
went
beer and
there,
shit and just watch a movie. Hell yeah.
have you ever been to Vegas? I bet you have.
Oh yeah, many
Okay,
times.
so like the first time I went there, okay, so look, it's peaceful because people are like there to have a good time and everybody's just trying to have a good time. And you go down the road and I had a pre-roll in one hand and a freaking mile yard margarita in the other one. It was huge. And we're just walking down the
Damn.
street like that. And I'm thinking, this is
Oh
so
yeah, you could
weird
do
to
that.
me. At home, we'd be doomed.
Hell yeah.
We'd be doomed. So
Yep.
I liked that. I felt the freedom of like, oh, this, you can really just chill here. Was kind of
Yep.
nice.
Yeah,
I
but
really didn't want to come home.
yeah, I know what you mean. But one thing about Las Vegas is that there is so much to actually see there, but there is so little time to see everything. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I felt
It's
that
like
way,
there's
and I've
so
been
much
there
to
so many
see.
times.
There's like
I
so
still
much
need to
to
go
see.
back.
The food is great there. You know, the whole, the buffet, I mean, all the steaks are cheap. Steak and the beer. It's like, it's like, damn, you can just. I mean,
Right.
plus, they sell alcohol 24 hours a day. It's like, damn.
I love it. I love playing the slot machines, and they bring you drinks, and and
Yeah, they
there
sure do.
they're
Yep.
really good. They're way better than the ones that they serve here. And here you pay for your stuff. Out there, it's free when you're playing. And I like that. There was even
Yep.
one, well, it wasn't there, but in New Jersey, they had machines that were updated where while you're playing, it activates showing that you're playing a machine. So when it says 100%, then you can order drinks and custom order your drink right at the machine on the screen, and they bring it to you.
Shit, man.
Yeah,
wow.
look, me and Beachy figured it out. Look, by the time I found her playing cards, right? And it took me a while to find her too. I'm not even lying. Like when I went to
Oh,
actually
of
like seek
course.
her out, because I
Yep.
thought it's time for a smoke break, right? Let's go to the boardwalk. So I go try to find her, and I find the card area, but I can't find her anywhere. There's people everywhere, all these tables. I'm looking around, and I'm feeling like, oh God, where'd she go? Maybe she already went outside or something. So as I'm coming back through, um, all these people at a table started waving at me, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? It was because Beachy was sitting down, but I couldn't see her 'cause she's pretty short, right? And she was snuggled up underneath all these tall people who were around her. So I couldn't see her, and they were all trying to flag me down because she was in the middle of a hand, you know. And so I came to check on her so we could go outside and take a break. And yeah, it was just she was already like had 3 drinks, right? When she found out you could get them, she was ordering them too.
Yeah, I did. I had a business flight one time, and all the drinks were free. I got a bit drunk on the plane.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I
Right?
would have loved,
I don't
love,
always advise it
I'm
love that
though.
getting
shit.
drunk on a plane. I'm- Sorry,
I had
it's
loads
part
of
of a song.
Bacardi's. Oh, I got well. I went on my own. But there's like loads of blokes on there, like on the stag do, So I just said, yeah, we all drank. We all drank together.
I've never
Yeah.
been on a
Hell
train.
yeah.
Well, I have been on a train, but I've never been on like one of the trains that actually takes you pretty far. Like when you're basically going like you would on a plane, but they have these
Like a
tours
sleeper
now.
train.
I'm kind of scared. I don't think I can do the train. I think that's just too much wiggle wobble for me. I don't know. It goes too fast. I've seen too many things that have happened to trains. I think I'm not down for that. That may be one I can't do.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Because if I get lost
Trains
at
aren't
sea,
too
then I
bad
won't have
though.
to worry about a train, will I? I'm gonna send a SOS out to y'all. If me and Beach get lost at sea, you guys got to send rescue, okay? If
Oh,
you
I
know
will.
anybody in the military, send them. Tell them the Coast Guard will need help.
I'll
Oh, I
get a
do.
helicopter
I
out.
do.
Okay. And my couple of my girls were in the military too, so I told them already. I was messing with them. I said, now, if I don't, if you don't hear from me, get your friends, man.
And call the president. Nah,
Yeah.
not Wolf.
Well,
Not
not the one.
not
I
this
I ain't
president.
about that
Not the
guy.
president. Yeah, I know.
I
Me
ain't
neither.
about
I'm just
that guy.
bullshitting. I know. I'm just bullshitting.
No, I'm pretty sure that we'll be okay. She's been on many of them. I've never. It's my first. And my husband has to work too much and he can't get that many days off. So I just felt like it was probably a good idea for me and Beachy to do it together, and um, another wonderful adventure. And then also because I told my husband that he pisses me off sometimes, and I really don't want to go get in trouble for throwing him overboard. I was messing with him, and I told him, I said, "You can't go because you ain't
Damn
got
it.
you. You're getting on my last nerve." I said, "You might if you make me mad on that damn thing. You never know.
It's
You just
honesty.
never know. I don't want to be tempted, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so no, I'm
Honesty is the
choosing.
best policy. Do you know that?
But me and Beachy are like two souls in two different bodies, like one soul in two bodies, whatever. You know what I mean? Like we're so
Yeah.
much. We like just we. I think I'd have way more fun with her. I don't mean it in a bad way, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Your spouse is your spouse. Your special friends, like you don't get to see them every day, so it makes it more. You know what I mean? Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
You know what you
Plus,
mean?
I'm
I
not
don't know.
like a beginner, so like she's gonna be able to. She's gonna know what's going on, and that's gonna help me. And I'm giving her a chance to enjoy a vacation that she hasn't got to go on for a while, and she needs it. She'll be just getting done moving and getting settled in, and she'll be ready for that by then.
I could do with a
Because
holiday.
the summer takes a toll on people. You get busy, you got projects, you're trying to entertain your kids, you're trying to figure out what the hell to do and how much money it's going to cost.
Yep.
I try not to worry about that no more. I've changed my whole view on life.
I know, right?
I'm just not going to worry about anything. I just don't, because there's so much in your real life without worrying about, all the other, there's only so much you can worry about before it does your head in,
Oh, I know.
So I try, especially with my brain, I try and shut it all off.
I try to get people to stay out of my head, but they seem to try to borrow my brain or my
I know,
energy
yeah,
all the time. And I'm like, look, you need to get in your own head because this shit is closed off. Y'all,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
for real. It's
Oh,
like,
well, people can get into,
I mean, if
people
you
can get
can't
into
see
their,
that somebody's struggling right in front of your face,
mm,
that's when I get annoyed because it's like I give warnings. I say, yeah, I'm not in a good place right at this moment.
yeah,
So
yeah,
don't mess with me. Just let me get right first. And
that's
then
it.
if
Just
you
say,
don't
look,
do that,
now's not the right
if
time.
I tell you off, you basically wrote your own story. That's what I
And I
say.
just go, not right now, not right now. I can't deal with anything right now. You don't,
So a couple of times having good friends to call when you needed that, like get me out of this funk quick, like
mm,
let's laugh about something. Bigfoot got saved a few times. The girls have been his
oh,
savior a few
Maggie
times.
saves me. Maggie
No, one
comes,
day he made me mad, and I don't know. He tossed something over, and you know how, like, even just for some reason that just sometimes offends people. It always has me if somebody's throwing something because it could hit you, even if it wasn't meant to.
well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And it made me mad enough that I was already having a bad day, and I was in pain with my knee, and I'm hobbling 100 miles an hour trying to get out the door because I was going to throw that back at him, right? And the girls are on the phone yelling, no, come
Don't
back.
do it.
And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
say
they
to
thought I was going to go whip his ass. I'm like, y'all, he's like 6'5". Okay, no. I was just going to throw something back out the door at him.
I know, I pass some ideas through with Maggie and she says, Maria, no. And all right then, I won't. Not advisable, Maria.
Well, I always tell him, I said, you knew I was a pistol when you met me and it's something you liked. I said, but you should have known it didn't. Don't turn that around for yourself in the wrong way, because that's not going to be good. You already know
Yeah,
not to do, if you already know, like I know when he's overwhelmed, and I'll be
which is
like,
good.
if
Yeah.
we're feeling like we're going to, like, if I know something's going to get escalated, I'll be like, he'll go outside and stuff. I'm trying to get him to do that. And then I go do
See, I
my
only
own
have my
thing.
daughter because
Then we
I'm not with
reconvene.
anyone.
Right.
My daughter is the only one that knows. The boys would just keep. If I go to the boy, I don't really feel. I can't talk right now. My head's all over the place, and I tried to explain, and then I get stared at.
I know my sons are
Why
like
you?
that
Oh
too.
my
I have
god!
one that's sensitive and one
Bareback.
he's more like me, and my other
Yeah.
son, he
I thought, why
cares,
are you
but
staring
he's
at me? You're
like,
making me feel uncomfortable
he
now.
has his own agenda. So
I don't like people staring
it's
at me.
right.
I was like, did I do something wrong here? All right, and like they just look. It's a look I get, and I'm thinking, wow, okay, don't worry when you're in the. I know when they're overwhelmed. If they want
Right.
space or talk or whatever. But no, not I. Is it boys or is it girl? Because Charlene's great.
I'm thinking
She.
about making some tapes and recordings so that, because they make me repeat myself so many times and they don't get the lesson after so many attempts. I feel like at this point it'd be easier on me if I just record myself saying that same thing and they can just play it.
Well, I was going to record all the chores I do, so because they think I do nothing. So Charlene was taking pictures of me washing up and doing the hoovering and polishing.
Oh
I was
no.
going to put them up in the wall. This is what your mum does while you're in your rooms all day. God, I can do. I can multitask. So that's just my brain, I think, which is it's good. I think it's quite good in some ways because I can get more done sometimes, but not all the time.
Right.
No, it's probably more I don't get things done. No, I do. I think I do more for other people.
I
No, I
do.
got
I do spend a lot of time doing that, solving and helping the younger adults. I say the last of the troop, which are still young adults
yeah.
that are very much different than I was at their age.
Oh,
And it's
definitely.
sometimes like I'm just thinking, wow, y'all, you have
Well,
no
I left
idea
home at
what
16.
we used to do.
I had my own bed set at 17.
Yeah, I was
I didn't want
pregnant
to
at
be home.
17. I
I
just turned 18 and had a baby a month later. So yeah, I
Oh
know.
no, I was 24 when I was
Oh, I
24
was
when I had my
young.
first child, but then I partied like wild up until then.
Yeah, I did all my partying way too young. So, but I already
Yeah,
pretty much had it out of my system before I ever
yeah,
got
that's
pregnant.
what
So
I
it
said.
didn't
I had a
really
great
crush me.
time. I had
Yeah,
fantastic year. I had fantastic years. I was out every weekend. I was raving. I loved it. I just had the time of my life. I used to,
right,
I like dancing. I couldn't even, I couldn't do all that now. You think, oh,
right.
well, we'll go sleep by about what time? Whereas
Well, I
before you're up
reckon
all
that
night. So,
I
God.
I told Beachy, I said, what are we going to do on that ship? Because you can't have certain things on boats, right?
Oh,
So
don't know.
I guess it'll be alcoholic beverages, because I don't know. I hope maybe we'll get lucky when we go to the islands and they let you get off for the day. Maybe we'll find somebody that has special treats, like special fruit,
Special fruit. There must be something, there's got to be
right?
something. Yeah.
I'll take my vape. Because I'm going to try to quit smoking cigarettes, so I'm going to have my vape.
Oh, yeah, I gave up tobacco, God, a good few years ago now. And I took tablets to stop smoking,
I
and
need to. Yeah.
it would still allow you to smoke, but you would have to set a date. but you smoked for quite a while, and then you take these tablets, and after a while, I would light up a cigarette, right, and I'd feel really sick.
I smoke a
It
lot more than I used to because of stress, and I need to conquer that.
just
I mean,
do
there's
what I do. I don't
I
smoke
just don't
tobacco
want to
no
go get
more.
them. I told
I
my
only
husband, I said, "Don't go get them when I tell you to."
replace
Or
it with
when he
something
says, "Do you want me
else.
to get you smokes?" I'm like, "Don't even talk about it. Like, just don't mention it." So I'm not thinking about it, you know. But then he'll be like, "Yeah, I don't want to like have you get in a bad mood." And I'm like, "No, it's not really about that. It's just
Mm.
if you're gonna try to quit smoking, you can't have people irritating the shit out of you either."
No, I mean that is true, but
That's
I
my thing. I got to get past that.
I just decided I was going to stop tobacco, but I smoked something else as well, but just cut out tobacco because I
Yeah.
was coughing more, and I didn't like it anyway,
And when you
and I
do
thought,
both, it's really hard on you. That's what
yeah,
one of my friends was saying.
yeah, and I just thought I'd rather just have that, and there's no tobacco with it, it does me,
I'll tell you
it does
what,
me well.
I did 2 days without cigarettes and I thought I was on my way, right? A while back. But then I was
Oh,
smoking
it
more
is
the
hot.
other because it was having something to hold. And then I thought, okay, I can't be doing that because I couldn't even see straight.
I would set myself limits of what I would have in an hour. I would set myself limits of cutting down on what I would have in the morning and say, right, I'm only going
Right.
to have like two in this morning and try to stick to that. Just do it. Don't worry about you've got to do it how you are, and you're going to get the nicotine withdrawal.
You know what my husband's been doing for a long time? I don't even know how long, but it's funny. The first time it ever happened, I thought it was funny. So he would like take a certain amount of cigarettes out of the pack
Yeah.
and he would hide them, right? So that if
Oh,
I ran out, he could pull one out quick.
all
I'm not
right.
lying. It's so funny. And so for him, it's me having to keep him from eating potato chips. He's obsessed with eating chips and shit and candy. Okay. And for
Yeah.
him, it's hiding cigarettes. So, but he would put them in places where I couldn't even reach them. I'd have to get on a step stool and I'd be
Wow.
reaching up there, or and then the twins are really tall. So they would like get them sometimes for me or they would know where they were. And he didn't like it that they kept finding them themselves. So
I
he
can't
would
even
start
find my
hiding
own
them.
stuff I put away, let alone someone that's hid something. Gosh. Oh
And
my
one day I
God.
called him. I said, "Are you trying to? I have a bad knee. I'm standing on a stool. This is not all right." And then he started putting them at the cabinet I can reach, but in the cups, like the coffee
Yeah.
cups. And so one day, I don't know why, I just fell in one of the cups. And I thought, well, damn. And he had one cigarette in like 4 different cups. It was some kind of like, what do you call that? Where you have to go and find something. What is it? What am I thinking of? What am I trying to say? Um, It's like a little game where you have to go find
Not
things.
hot
You
and
have to,
cold.
yeah,
We would hide something and we'd go warmer, warmer. And then you go
right.
away, cold, cold, freezing, freezing. And you're hot, you're boiling hot, you're really hot. And yeah, we used to play that game. Yeah. I remember
Oh
playing
my
loads of silly
goodness.
games. We didn't have phones or computers. We had to make up these silly games.
I know, right? We
Yeah.
always did. I was always coming up with ideas of
Oh,
things to do when I was a
oh my
kid.
God,
The
we had
kids, once I had not the first set of kids, we were still at the time when things were still, kids were still more creative and a lot less problems. And then the next round, then it was, things were starting to change and it was getting more difficult. At that point, I was like about to start homeschooling the rest of the kids because they would get every single illness you could imagine from the school.
true. My
This kid would
youngest
have that.
does.
This kid would have that. And then they were
I
teaching them stuff that I felt like I had already like taught them. It was like they were
mm,
reteaching. I don't know. I wasn't real happy with it, especially the little town we lived in. I wasn't real happy with the education system there. It was
yeah.
a little off, and I had a couple special needs. The twins were, and they were high maintenance. They were really hard to cope with,
Mm,
and they weren't listening to my advice. I told them from kindergarten, never have them in the same classroom. You'll never be able to do it because
yeah, yeah.
they did it in preschool, and I got called the first day they were there to come down to get them to help them because they were standing on tables and they were being obnoxious, okay? And the teachers had to have all the little kids lined up against the lockers, so that they wouldn't, nothing would happen to them. And I walked in, I opened that door. I was mad as hell too. I opened that door. Look, they both jumped down at the same time in sequence, right off the tables as soon as they saw me. And I pointed out the door for them to get out the door. And then we had a long conversation, and then I had him go back and apologize to everybody. And then they had 2 different classrooms, and they were able to put them in different classrooms. And then we were okay, but they could not be together. I mean, and then one time, I think was it kindergarten or first grade? They called me to the school. They had them locked in the nurse's office. Okay,
Oh,
they was in the damn hallway doing what do you call it? Snow angels
oh right, yeah,
in the middle of the hallway. They had forgotten their medication that morning.
yeah. It's
So then
just
I had to take it to the school and have them give it to them at breakfast when they started breakfast in the morning for school. They didn't do it until first grade, so it had to been first grade that they were in.
schools
But
didn't
yeah,
work well with mine,
it
but
just
my
was better for them to do it there because that way, they weren't
yeah,
not getting it. And my husband sometimes was the one sending them to school if I had to go to work before they went to school on certain days. So
mm,
that was one of the days that it got forgotten because Dad was overwhelmed trying to get 4 little ones ready. And
yeah,
he forgot. And I said, man, you can't forget because they'll do stuff. They went to the school one time in second, third grade and got there before anybody else did. They were not supposed to leave, but he was getting the 2 younger ones ready, and the twins decided they was walking to school. It was 4 blocks. They always walked, but all the kids walked as a group. They went down there and they were at the school trying to get in before the doors were even unlocked. So the principal shows up finally and they call me, your kids are here in their pajamas. And I'm like, what? And I'm at school, okay? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what the hell is going on? So I had to go get clothes, go down there. And they made them sit in the principal's office all day for like doing that, I guess. That was their punishment. They were always doing something though, and it was always a team thing, you know?
that's it.
It
Till
was,
they're a team together.
yeah. And if you get them together now, they still kind of bounce off of each other. Like it doesn't take them long to start poking at each other. And I'm like,
Yeah, you
wow,
think
I
they would
thought
be
that you
close?
guys.
You think they would be close, wouldn't you? Or like, I mean, I just always assumed.
She's really high drama, like real anxious and high anxiety to
Yeah,
the point where, like, when she walks in the room, if unless she's in a calm mood, she'll literally make you feel like you and her feeling it all from what she's, her
yeah,
vibrations just like, oh shit,
yeah. I get
and the
that.
dogs start barking and I can't calm the dogs down
You
because she's
feel it,
that
don't you?
anxious.
When they're not calm, you feel it. I
You
feel it.
can feel it.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
in the. You just feel it. I just know.
And I can't, with her, I have to get her to calm down because it's like, you can't, whatever's going on. She's come over before and sat out in the car, and her and her friend were out there arguing, and we were wondering what was going on. We thought it was like a neighbor or something, right? We didn't even know they were out there. And we had to try to get them to, like exit and go somewhere and talk away from here because it's pretty quiet here. And, I was like, wow, we don't need, anybody getting upset. It's like, you can't just be out there. Because, I mean, if you're in a car and the windows are down, everyone can hear you.
Yeah, sound travels though, doesn't it?
Yeah, like roll up the windows, turn the music on.
I'm terrible. I can't tell where a sound's coming from. The life of me. I can't tell. I'm outside. Going, where's that noise coming from, Charlotte? Where's that noise coming from? And she's going, no. I said, no, it's not. I don't think it's coming. It's like when I turn my head, it's all in. I stand there turning my head, see if I can hear it better. God, that's just That's just one of my mad moments. I do. I have many. I said, Charlene knows me better than anyone. She he really does.
Right. My youngest
Because
daughter,
I wasn't,
it's like that.
when I was on. You can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
God, I went. Oh, that was I touched the screen and it went off. I thought, oh no. Yeah, was just when I was on. Was it when Maggie went on after Leanie, wasn't it? Was
Yeah,
it when? Was it them? No, whose was when that DJ come up? Was that whose one was that? Was that Leanie's or when Maggie went on?
yeah.
Because
Because I was watching it earlier.
yeah,
I
I
was
wasn't. I
watching
mean, I wasn't. I said I wasn't really overwhelmed, but I struggled because I didn't understand the question.
it.
And I thought, right, Maria, were you going to do it? And I'm thinking, oh my God, how can I, because it's hard enough to explain how you are, and then my mum doesn't understand at all still. My dad don't think anything like this exists. So, then to say how, we usually get quite a negative feedback. So, I'm no different to any of you really. Well, I'm still the same. I might just wired a bit different, but we all can act like that, can't we? Bit random. It's when I come out I come out in songs all the time. Just by things Charlene has said, I break out in a song and go, that's a real song, that is, look it
I
up.
do that stuff all the time too. It's so. I don't know what gets to me. I just start thinking about something and then I.
I know. It's such. She. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Charlene just cuts at me but she's like, God, Mum, all the time. I said, but they're real songs. The first one was, I remember, it was the Thong song because she just asked if I could buy some. I said, there's a song called that, Thong. Thong. Oh, I'm a nightmare. She's quite funny though. She tell Maggie like, Mum's on one again, I don't know what to do with her. And I'm sitting next to her and she's voice messaging Maggie. Oh, it's so funny. She is so funny. It's great that you can, I'm not her mum, you can be like a friend as well.
I know, right?
So not, I
Exactly.
would never just be, mum still comes first. But yeah, we've come so far, us as a family.
I've
We
gotten a
was,
chance to go on a couple trips with a couple of my daughters individually, and that's really been. They were
My
yeah,
really
backstory.
very, very wonderful experiences because a couple of my daughters are like almost. We have almost identical personalities, and we just like really like flow well, and can just hang out and chill. And um, there's certain family members that you can like chill with, and there's the ones where everybody's on edge because they don't know what they're gonna do.
That's how it goes.
Right, and it makes it interesting. But yeah, I mean, those are just great, great moments. They really are. Like, I have so many like photos and memories of doing those things, and I'm just glad we were able to do it. All those All those moments, I'm telling you, I love it. I'm gonna have to put some like little albums together for the kids for like their different trips they've gone on because I've probably sent them some pictures, but you know how pictures are. You gotta like if you put them together, at least it makes a little bit of sense.
yeah.
You know,
So I've got loads of photos. I need more albums.
I
I'm so
know.
they're all out of mind, out of sight in my cupboard at the moment. So I don't know how I organise. And Maggie go, oh, she's so good, Bread. I thought you really want to see what I'm really like. I sit there going, oh, I don't want to do that. Shall I do? And I don't want to do. And it's a nightmare. It can be a nightmare sometimes. I think it's more the ADHD that annoys me than anything. Because it just comes. It's harder to. I think it's harder to like control sometimes. Well, I'm still waiting on medication. That might help when I get that. It might make my brain normal, or more. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's
Focus.
gonna
Is
do.
You
it
don't?
focus that you feel like you need more focus, or is it anxiety, or
My
Anxiety. Oh
yeah,
god.
my brain just go. I can sit here, right, and just go into I zone out, and next minute I know a few hours has gone, and I've just sat and I have, and it's so quick, And I hate that. That's what I really, really hate, when the time just does that, and I can just zone out. And it's more than likely there's something going on in my life when I do that, though. It
Right.
is get stressed. It causes more things to come out. So.
Mm.
But I have been going through. I mean, we all go through. I know we all go through stress. We need to what's it? Appreciate everyone's real life. And we all have different. We're all different, each and one of us. We've all
You need
got
a case
things
of
to
beer,
look
man. That's what
after.
you
Eh? What was that?
need. You need a case of beer, man. That's what you need. Like a
Oh,
case. Like,
I don't. Oh, I think I'd be hopeless I'd be hopeless. I'd be hopeless with drink, like, all in me. I would. I just go silly.
yeah, well, I like to drink, but I had to cut back. But hey, I'm drinking, now though, so it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I just drink tea. I mean, I can't drink alcohol with my tablets.
Oh,
Um,
okay, I understand.
yeah, I went through. I must admit, I did go through a stage where I was really not happy, and I did drink some water, but then I give blood, and I gave blood, and they sent
I know how
something
that
to.
goes.
Yeah. They sent something. There was something in my blood. There was something there, and she said, "Have you done anything different?" I said, "Well, I was a bit annoyed, and I had wine every night for about 2 weeks, and then I stopped." And then when I stopped, it was okay again. So it does affect my tablets, obviously, when you drink. So
Yeah, with your
I
blood
want to
pressure
give.
too, man. At times.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I do take blood pressure tablets, and my blood pressure now is what it was when I was like pregnant with my first son at 24. So I'm very happy with that as well. So you need to get this ADH medication. You have to have tests done. I had to have an ECG, um, and you have to have your blood pressure monitored quite regularly and everything. Um, and I've done everything
With the
they've asked
machines.
me to. Sorry.
Hmm.
And now
Yeah.
I've just had nothing. I had my ECG done on the 1st of February this year, and I've not heard back. It's just ridiculous. I've
I
got
know.
my own
Yeah.
portal, and I can message the one that prescribes it. Then you've got customer service, and then my psychiatrist. So I keep emailing them, going, "Do you know what's going on?" And
Right.
they must, and I think,
Yeah, that's
well,
how it goes at times. You have to actually call them first just to see what's going on.
I know. Well,
Yep.
because no one was answering me, and I was getting really annoyed. I said, look, I don't understand what's going on here. I've done all my tests, everything's normal. The doctor told me everything's fine, and now I heard nothing. And now they're saying that my doctor has asked for someone else to look at all my results. And I'm thinking, what?
Oh God.
They're the ones that told me I was okay. So why are they now saying they knew what all the tests were for?
That's happened to me too at times, like a few times.
Yeah,
And
but I sort of think the psychiatrists might know more than what they do, and they've got a whole team on their side. It ain't just a psychiatrist. You've got people that look after you, you know. So I don't understand. And they said, well, a letter's been sent out. They want to know this and that. And I'm thinking, I don't believe that. I messaged back. I said, well, I don't understand still, because I said the doctors told me everything was normal and no action needed on anything. My ECG was fine, everything else was fine, and then now they're doing this to me, and I'm thinking, it doesn't even make sense.
No.
hmm
It just doesn't make sense. Don't even add up. Why would you do that? Why would Surely you should have said something from the beginning. But I got diagnosed.
yeah,
It's been a while now. Now you decide to say, "Oh, hang on, hold on a minute." After all these, about 2 years, I think, God, it's crazy. It's all crazy. I think it's the same wherever you are in this world.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Because actually, that actually happened to me like a few months ago. Well, long story short, right? I had to go to the emergency room, and And then they did all the they took blood from me, like about four bottles of blood. They did the what do you call it, the AKG. They did the
ECG,
blood
yeah.
pressure. Yeah,
Mm.
they did the X-ray for my chest and all kinds of shit. And then I was free to go with like in about 4 hours. And then they gave me all the paperwork and they said, "All right, Rich, take this to your doctor and then tell him what happened." So I did. And then he read it and then he said, "Oh, okay. So how do you feel?" I said, "I feel good." And then I had to go back, right, for a follow up, like this past week. And then uh, he's like, "Well, we need to do some more blood work." And I said, "Why is that?" He's like, "Because it's almost been like a year." I said, "Yeah, but I just gave you the paperwork for like about a few months ago." He's like, "Yeah, but we want to do it here." I said, "Yeah, but what is the whole difference, dude?"
Yeah.
And then I said, "All right, look. I'm not gonna go back and forth. I'm sorry. It's just all my you have my chart right here for the past what year already, and I've been to the to the ER twice. So you have all the blood work right there." But then he says, "Yeah, well, with your insurance and everything." I said, "Yeah, well, it's all paid for." And then he's like, "Yeah, but we need to do it here for our
Yeah.
records." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, I feel like saying, "Get the
Crazy.
fuck out of here, bro." That's why I feel like saying, "All right, look, I'll come back in a few weeks and then don't do it again."
Yeah,
God,
but
I was
it's
like,
like when you,
"Man, shit, man."
yeah, but when you get, because I've had a lot of psychiatrists that have left, and there's a lot of staff leave, right? But every time you get a new psychiatrist, you've got to go through your whole background again.
Again, yeah,
Do you know
and
what
the
I
worst part
mean?
about that, yeah, and also the worst part about all of this is repeating yourself over and over and over and over again,
It's
right?
Yeah, I know, and it's not. I think it's not good for you, is it?
It's not fair
And
though
I
to me
said,
at
well,
times.
this is why I'm here, because there's trauma, and I'm having to relay it each time you get a new psychiatrist. Don't they have computers with notes on? God, what do they do with these notes? What I don't
Hmm.
understand. Shouldn't you read the notes before you see the client, well, patient, whatever? Just to get a bit of feel for them. Instead of going right, need to start from the beginning, and I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to. I hate it. And we got a new one again for my daughter, and he wants, and I thought, oh no, I can't do this.
I know exactly what you're saying because look, check this out, right? Me and my my other brother, right? We watch our parents, right, who are up there in age, right? So,
Yeah.
anyways, we go with them to their follow ups and all that stuff. The last time I went with my mom, my own mom, right, to her follow up because she had she had brain surgery and
Mm.
she's okay now, but she has a problem with one of her eyes. And then I was right there, and this doctor, right, did all this stuff, and he's like, "Well, you just gotta live with it. I can't help you, but at least you're still living, right, with your health." And then he said, "Well, I want to see you in about 3 more months." And then I said, "Wait. You just said right now you can't fix it, but you want to see her in like 3 more months? Why?" and then my mom's like, "Rich, just stop." I said, "I'm sorry." No, but I said
That's
he
I
just said
oh
he can't fix it, but he wants to see you in 3 months. How does that make
that's
any
just
sense?
strange. If you can't fix something, that's
You know what
really
it is?
weird.
It's all about the money with the insurance. That's what it is.
Oh. Well, this is what I was. There was a conversation. I don't know where it was. We was talking, and they were talking like about embalming, right? And and someone said they don't embalm in Australia. I think it's something to do with the fumes, like and all that. And I was sitting there thinking, when my brother passed, right, my mum got him embalmed, then cremated, and I thought that was why would they allow do you know what I mean, to be embalmed is to be like buried, isn't it, and not like
Mm.
it was crazy. But she said they're just doing, yeah, they do it for the money as well. So everyone's trying it on, no matter insurance companies. It's no longer customer is always right. That
Oh
don't go
no.
no more. That don't exist no more.
Nope. Nope. That's
God,
that's
they
that's a thing of
they're
the
more
past.
likely to put the phone down on you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy having to go through the same thing all the time. And they wonder
Hmm.
why, like, they look at you and I think, I'm just fed up with this because you should know all this. I shouldn't have to keep saying it, and I don't know. I haven't met Charlene's new psychiatrist yet, but he's been really awkward because they have done appointments with Zoom, right? And she's really frightened to go out at the moment. And I think they're being quite mean. And I said, look, I would like a Zoom meeting with this doctor to, because get her on the right medication. No, I have to see her in person. I thought, well, what's Zoom then? It's no different because she doesn't want to go out, and you think there'd be a bit more like to help her, so it's just they don't even want to come out and help, to be honest with you. They do I know they do home visits as well, so to be on Zoom is nothing to them. So I don't know, I'm fighting that battle still with that one.
Mm.
Oh, it's just a nightmare. I
Yeah,
try
I
not to
bet it
dwell on
is.
it though. I don't like dwelling on things.
No, it's not good
But
for your health either, right? You know.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just been, it's been a bit of a, I quite a private person, I don't really like tell, go out and say, oh, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. I'm more behind with my friends and but it's hard when all this stuff's going on. And there's, like, with the police, I've been trying to report something for the police for 3 weeks now, and I had nothing. I just had 2 emails. I had a police woman ring me up about 2 weeks ago saying she would come out the weekend. um that never happened, and I never got no phone call. And so I had my social worker come around last night, and thankfully, because if you report something and the child's under a certain age, they do have to let social services know. So they've even failed on that because I've got a crime number. I even had a message from victim support for my daughter, and I thought, well, we haven't even spoke to the police yet, let alone giving me a text about victim support saying, we hear you've reported this. I thought, no, we haven't talked to anyone though. So, and then I got a text this morning saying, like, they know I'm still here. That's basically what it said.
Yeah,
And I
pretty much.
thought,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's on your
and then I
cell phone
thought,
and shit.
but my social worker says she'll actually go to the police on Monday because they are supposed to let her know if there's been a report made, and especially, this is like an historic thing. So it wasn't an emergency, so I couldn't ring 999. You were only allowed to ring the non-emergency one. So yeah, I've never known anything like it. I've never had this before when I've spoke to the police. They've always been pretty good. They've always been efficient. I've never had a problem with them. But this is terrible, It really, really is. So I don't know what your police are like. If, how quick are they to act on,
It all depends. You know.
not an emergency, but um, it wouldn't be classed as an emergency. But
I mean, I live in a small town, so like they're actually pretty fast over here. So
right. Well, we're quite a small town, and we even pay for our police. We have a thing called council tax. Everyone pays it, and a portion goes to the police. So I don't know why we're paying them at the moment. You know,
Hmm.
because like you know, that's what we do. So I'm just assuming if they're understaffed, then you know. And there was we had a lot of travellers come down, and they do cause a bit of a you know, they like to cause a bit of a
Oh,
fuss.
like the
They
outsiders? You mean the outsiders? Yeah,
yeah, they
yeah.
trash the pub, they
I know
trash
what you
the
mean.
shop,
But the
and
tourists and shit, a lot of tourists.
yeah,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
it's shut. They literally
You have no
around where
respect.
I am shut everything. There's no my
Okay.
local shop was shut on the estate. Everything was shut, and someone put on the like the Facebook thing. Well, you can tell when we're understaffed and have no police when we have to shut all the pubs and shops from them.
Hmm.
I thought, well, you're right, you know, but they're hard. They're not the people you mess with, though. You know, they come down because it was to do with a boxing. Tyson Fury,
Oh, okay.
because he's gypsy, isn't he? He's like so. I don't know why that meant they had to come down in all the. They weren't just down here. They was in a few towns, like part. You know, they all their caravans would go on the fields where they're not supposed to be, and like they just like they burnt the field. They leave loads of rubbish. You know, and I say, well, you know, you can't ask for respect if you don't respect what you're on, you know, your surroundings and that. You can't go around burning a field. You know, it's like crazy. So I'm assuming the police were to do with all that. You know, they were like busy with tackling all those lot. So I blame them. Sorry, I went on there.
Yeah, I see what you mean because like where I live at, we have two prisons out here, right? You know, two state prisons,
Yeah,
and and I've seen it so many times, and it pisses me off, but I don't say nothing because like even at the emergency room or just I've seen it where like I'm there with like my family, right, they have a room in the hospital, and I go there
yeah,
to visit, and as soon as there's an inmate from county jail or at, at the prison who has to go to the hospital for like emergency like care or like surgery, and they always have two COs around them, right, armed guards, and this inmate gets a red carpet, man. Like I mean, they are seen first before everybody, and I've
that's
even seen it.
wrong.
Yeah, and I've seen it too where these nurses have to take away this elderly person who is in bed and move him somewhere else and then just put the inmate in there. I said that is a load of shit, man.
It is. That
That
is
is not right. And of course,
exactly.
these inmates get seen quick, like with doctors and nurses, and I'm like, this is ridiculous, man. I mean,
It
well,
is.
what shit, man.
It should go. I mean, the way it works. I mean, I know you know there's a queue, but it does
I know
go
there's
from the
yeah.
worst. They start with the worst condition. Who's worse? They sort of like you all go into a triage, and then they work. Then they call you in from if there's anyone worse than you, you're gonna be last. You know, so like that.
Oh yeah.
So when I've seen like police come in with like you know they got someone and they just walk through and I'm thinking like oh you don't even have to go reception then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have to sit down and they've all got iPads now. So instead of like
Oh
going
yeah. Yep.
to the to sign in and that, no, they just it's called you know you sign in on the the tablet thing there.
or with
Oh,
with your finger now, with with your finger, like yeah, it's crazy nowadays, like they have everything all like is just high tech now.
it's a shame you don't
Like
have got your reading glasses.
no paperwork anymore, pretty much. It's
There's
like just
not.
it's almost gone.
I've still got a filing cabinet. I
Oh
have
god.
everything. I
So
do,
do I. It
and it's
matches my
pink.
dad's.
Damn.
Yeah, I have
What
pink.
is this,
It's
1990 or what?
two drawers and it locks. You know. Yeah, I've got. I
Well, I
keep
mean,
everything.
No, I didn't go to sleep,
for your
y'all.
records, for your records and
I
stuff, yeah, I
let
understand that.
I had to let a dog outside and clean up a mess and switch the laundry real quick. So y'all were having a good
You're a
conversation. I was
custodian, man.
listening.
You're a custodian.
2 fans and Maria made me go to sleep. No, I'm
Wild
wide
Angel,
awake.
the custodian.
The custodian.
Yeah, well,
Not
so
the
was I
librarian.
for a long
Not the
time.
librarian, the custodian.
The custodial arts.
That's funny. We have a 4.5 hour drive and we're both wide awake trying to get stuff done. I have no clue what we're doing. Isn't it weird
Oh
how you just
I
get
shit!
the
never know what
weirdest?
I'm doing, so it's
Get some sleep
fine.
then, man. Shit.
Yeah, I know, but you know how when you get like like
I
the
see.
adrenaline because you're getting you know what I mean? I think that's where we're
You're a
at. Because
night
normally
owl.
my
You're a
husband
night
would
owl,
have been
right?
asleep.
My brain
You're a
Yeah,
night
doesn't
owl.
do
but my
anything.
husband's not normally. Normally my husband would be passed out. I bet you 10 to 1 he had an energy drink when he
Oh
went to put
shit.
stuff in storage. I bet he did because he would normally be asleep snoring by now. But he's been out in the air, like he's been outside cleaning out the van, getting it all spiffied up.
See, the energy drink
Man,
I
calms
just
my
had
he's
to
brain
get
always
the
down.
busy,
dog
huh?
car seat out.
He's
I
always
do
busy,
calm
huh?
down.
Your
Well, I'm
husband always busy.
trying to
It
keep him
sounds like
busy.
he's always busy.
Yeah,
That's
his
cool.
regular job, he hasn't been back to his regular job. He's just been doing his side jobs for a while, so he
All
needs to
right.
we're trying to get him back on track with that. So, yeah.
It happens at times, you know.
But he has to fix everything for everybody. Uh-oh, Maria disappeared. He's like, ding.
He's the maintenance guy or what? He's the maintenance guy? Like maintenance department? Well, I guess it's just us, folks. So what's going down, folks?
My dog is barking profusely. He's something else. My husband scared the hell out of him when the door opened.
My dogs don't bark. Oh well, Stella barks. She barks if the door knocks, but the Galaxy, the older one, he doesn't bark.
His name is
He
Galaxy?
barks when they leave.
I thought
He's
you were
not
talking about a
there.
Oh, he
phone at
leaves.
first. I was so confused. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't.
well,
I don't know.
one
I
thing
don't know
about
what I'm doing with. I just don't know
one thing
what I'm
about
doing with
pets
them.
and shit. I'm sorry, but one thing about pets is that once you leave that house, they get pissed off, man, because you leave. They get mad and shit.
Hello, Barbara. No, y'all, I wasn't asleep. Why would you think I was asleep? I was just muted so that I didn't interrupt their conversation because the dog started getting crazy on me.
I don't remember what I said. I
It
just
only
went
takes
into a
3
little.
seconds for the whole room to fall apart. I'm telling you. And my husband's
Man,
been in and out of the door so many times. Now, when they were sound asleep, it wasn't bugging him. But after that, nope. Now he's like, oh, shit. I think he was standing within inches of the door when it suddenly opened. I'm sure that's what happened.
Oh.
You know, when somebody comes in the door and you're standing by it, I hate that. Sometimes anymore, when he's outside, I'm like, man, one time he whacked me right in the head with the door. So now I'm like, no, I'm back here or something. You have to let him know.
I usually fall over the dog because he doesn't move for you. Where he lays is where he stays. And if you
They did that to me when I got back from New York. They were so excited, and the next morning they all were like getting anxious, and one of them was behind me, and I didn't know, and I stepped back and I tripped over the whole lot.
yes,
I was
I
on the
know.
floor.
That's what I do when I'm washing up in the kitchen, and like I might move my foot back, and he's laying behind me, right bang in the kitchen as I'm washing up, and I'm going, really, Galaxy? Oh yeah, we'd have a conversation. You know, do you really have to do that? Yeah, I think he gets fed up with me. I moan at him, then he walks away. He's not down here though yet.
Maggie woke up. Hey, yeah.
oh damn.
Hello, Maggie.
I
All
thought
right,
she would have been
Maggie.
up hours ago.
Maggie, I've
I
been up
know,
since
right?
Wait,
6.
6? Oh, it's 10:34
I've been up
a.m.
since 6, right? And I went to bed at 1.
Oh,
That's not.
wow.
I know. I know. I think I
The
was
last
like.
long you did it, Wild Angel. You're live. What do you mean I did it? I've done it several times. I don't take her back.
I know, right? It's not the first time she's been live.
Oh dear.
She
She's still
wants
a
me to
rookie,
get on
though,
a regular schedule, and I told her I was going to do that. It'll be easier
See,
when
that's what I
the
would struggle with, a regular to you know, I don't know. I'd feel probably pressure. I'd probably feel pressured if I did that. If I, trying to keep it to like the same thing, because anything can happen with me.
Oh, right. I know, right?
Oh my God, I'm actually talking to someone in Messenger, right? In the box, I'm typing. Then something distracts me. I put my phone down, right? Go and do what I do. Then I do something and come back and I look, and I'm still in the box. And I think they must think I'm still typing. I do that a lot. I just get distracted really easily. It's probably one of them or something coming down and wanting
I could tell.
something. The door going.
Is Maggie? Is the? Oh my gosh, I'm so goofy. Do I need to redo the link?
Well, you could
It
actually
might
just
be
pin it up there. You could actually
somewhere
pin it
in
up.
there. You should have seen me earlier. I was like telling Becca, I'm telling y'all, come on. And Becca goes, you forgot to put. I'm like, man, you can tell when you're tired because you'll be forgetting some shit. I usually do it right away and don't forget, but I got anxious and I did it the opposite this time. I came in early and
You could actually pin it up there. Pin it to
I know
to
somebody tried to
select
explain
it.
it to me, and
I
I
show
think I
you
might
the
have been
video. I show you the video how I did it on mine, all right? And then
okay.
you,
Yeah.
I usually screen records instructions because it's no good me explaining because you won't understand it. No one ever understands my
Well, no,
explanations.
I can totally understand it, but if somebody's telling me, then I need to be doing it when they're telling me because
I need to see it.
if
I'd
I,
rather see it than say it,
right,
and
exactly. Well,
I'd
then
rather
I
I'm
see it
don't.
than
usually a
say it.
little fuzzy headed, so
Maggie,
good
Hello,
Hello,
my
Maggie.
morning.
darlings.
all right,
Hello.
Maggie. Welcome to the
Hello.
pool.
Good
Um,
morning, Maggie.
good morning. Seconds while I put my earphones in.
Some brand new
Oh
ones.
Oh,
dear
You
one
get
me,
some
must
new
put
ones or what?
Alexa.
one's earphones in the ear.
Hello, hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello.
How are we today?
I'm good.
You all right? I'm just buzzed a little bit, but I'm good.
Me
You're always
too.
good, Rich. You're always good. And how are you,
Me
Cher?
too.
I
I'm
didn't,
okay.
I didn't know
Me
you've
and my
been doing
husband
your
are pulling an all
lives.
nighter.
You're
All
pulling an
nighter. Damn
all-nighter.
it.
Oh my
Damn.
God. Party at
Oh
Cherries.
my god.
Oh my
Oh
god.
Yeah,
my God.
Oh my god.
I love how Richie does that.
I
Oh yeah.
love it
Oh
when you
my
do it too.
god.
So what's been happening? How long have you been live? Have I missed
You
it
want to say it
all?
again? You want to say it again or what?
We just hit 8 minutes over 3 hours.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, I can
Yeah, I've
see
been
it
up since
there.
6,
Something went
Maggie.
awry, and we all came into Leanie's, and something. She had an
Oh, I
emergency,
That's,
know.
yeah.
and
I
I
know. Well,
felt
I'm
so.
going to go over and do a live in about 15 minutes. Just I'm
On what
not going to be on
Okay,
Damn,
long.
already? Shit.
or what one? What one you
Um,
going on? What it's not
what you
called
say?
that now, is it? What the
I'll be there,
So,
Maggie.
two
I'll be there. I mean,
chicks
we'll all be there.
I
I
don't
guess.
expect you to leave, Sherry. I don't
two
expect you
chicks
to
and
do
no,
that.
that's
Johns.
Oh
fine because
god.
we're working on
Two
we're
chickens.
redoing something in the laundry room, and it's been an all day event. We keep getting
Okay.
distracted,
Well, what I've
so that's
done is I've scheduled a live for 1:45, right, which is like
Right.
less than 15 minutes. I don't know whether I've done it right, but I put it out there anyway to try it because I've never scheduled anything before.
we'll just
So
Right.
put it in the chat because that's what I said to everybody. Do you guys want to just come hang out because
it's
everybody was
it's just
already
trial
there.
and error, isn't it? Just trial and error. I haven't got a
Right.
clue.
You're
I
Let's
was
doing
see.
really well
watching you
though.
guys from last night because I was out cold. I had only had like 4 or 5 hours of sleep in 2 days, so I passed out before I even got there.
Same here.
I was in
Oh,
my room and I was putting laundry away and just bending like slightly from like it started hurting my back, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna lay at the end of the bed and stretch out. And then I fell asleep and I was all uncomfortable because then when I woke up, I was not laying on a pillow. I had a blanket under my neck. The dogs were all around me. And I was like, what the
Oh
hell is
shit.
happening?
that's
So,
the norm.
yeah,
That's the normal day for me, Sherry. That's normal for
I'm
me.
telling you, I just
Well,
like gave up. I
I
saw the
went.
end of the bed. Oh my God, my husband just scared the shit right out of me. He's outside the kitchen window, and I heard
I
all
scare
this
Charlene
noise,
like that. She
crinkling,
think,
and
why'd you
plastic.
just appear?
Dude,
Oh my God. I've been watching on YouTube, right? Well, Alec actually showed me. It shows you know these pranks that people do on each other. And this one was a face, and you hold it up to the window,
I
and it
saw
looks
that
like.
one.
Have you seen it? It looks
Yeah.
like someone's looking in your window. Its
Yeah, but
hands
the
are up
Oh
by
lips
the
my
wide
sides of
open,
its
goodness.
it.
eyes. I tell you, if he'd done that to me, he'd be burying me. He'd be burying me.
Mm,
I dropped dead.
right?
Isn't that scary?
Oh my
It would have
goodness.
freaked me out.
I
Oh,
mean,
I
just
know.
the window's just open enough for me to see something like going up in the air, and I'm like, what the hell? I thought it was like
Sorry.
storming outside.
Sorry for laughing. Sorry for laughing. Just the way you say it. Oh,
I
for
can
my.
picture it.
Oh my God, my husband just scared the shit out of me. He probably
Oh.
said hell, and I've made it into shit.
He's so tall when he walks outside the window, you can see him above the window. So whatever he was holding up was way up in my view.
Do you think he did it
Man, Maggie,
deliberately,
you are
Sherry?
something else.
No, I'm sure he didn't
You
even
are
think
something
about
else,
it at
Maggie. I swear.
all.
Why am I something else, Richie?
Because you're funny as hell, man. That's why.
I am.
You're just naturally funny. Just naturally funny. I swear to God. Like, God.
When I get on monetized channels and I'm let loose, that's it, Richie.
Yeah, I
I know.
That's
noticed.
it.
Remember that one day when Lainey came into my chat and she goes, I like this. I can be naughty in here.
Yeah,
It's
swear
funny.
like a trooper. Swear like a trooper. Well, you know what? It's really good today. I have to be rein myself in at times because I
Do
go
you,
too
Maggie?
far.
I
Say
Do
can't.
you want to
again,
know
Maria.
You
something
have to
weird, you
rein it in,
guys?
Maggie.
When I'm on
This
lineage, yeah, because I can't
Oh.
swear as a lot.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
You get what I
Oh,
mean? You
yeah.
know me,
Yeah.
Maria. Maria doesn't swear. I effing blind to Maria. Do you know? And I'm like, no, fucking. And Maria goes, look, in a really nice voice. Not when she's telling me off. She doesn't tell me off to swear. She goes, you know me, Maggie. I don't swear. I don't like swearing, Maggie. And I'm going, I know, Maria, I can't fucking help it, but I swear all the fucking time. And I'm fucking. And that's just the way it is. She totally doesn't swear, and I totally do swear.
It's yeah, but it's fine. I mean, I was grown. My dad swore like a trooper. Do you know what I mean?
So
And
did mine. So
my
did
husband
mine.
did. He was he was worse than my. I don't know who was worse, my dad or
Me.
him. You know, and I just never did it.
Yeah, well, my mum never swore. I've heard her swearing, but my dad, he couldn't string a sentence without swearing. And she used to say if he was going anywhere, do me a favour, please don't swear. He'd go, all right, I won't. And he'd get right to the end of the night and he'd
Oh,
swear. And she'd look at him through the sides of his eye and he'd get all shifty on the seat as if to say, oh, fuck, what have I done?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Richie, get on that
Oh
camera.
yeah.
Don't you just love Richie's face? I do.
Nah, that's all right.
I want to get hold of him and go,
Maggie, how much coffee or tea have you
Damn.
had today?
I've had, right, this is what happened. Alec went away at 5 o'clock, well, just after 5 this morning. So we were up at 4 having a cuppa. So I had one at 4 and I've just had one about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, and I'm having another one now.
I've had
But,
2. I
so
shouldn't have
I've
had
only,
one.
this will
Becca
be
was up in the middle of the night for a little
All
bit, and she
caffeine,
was
huh?
drinking a Red Bull at like 2.
Yeah,
I don't know how Maria G and Becca drink Red Bulls.
yeah, but it calms my brain down. Do you want to
But
think?
isn't
Right?
that dangerous?
I,
Isn't that
You
dangerous?
do
I
not want to drink it because if you're already anxious or hyper like me, me and Red Bull, I have a story for you one day about that. Oh
if I
Lord.
Oh
don't
my.
drink no caffeine, I bounce off the walls.
But is it safe to drink it
I
like
bounce off
that
What
the
do
the
you
way
think
wall.
you
the
Is,
do?
it's a
Maggie?
lot of caffeine.
What do you think
You'll
the
I
feel
bounce
like
off the
ADHD
wall.
medication is?
a
Is that the
rocket.
same?
It's a upper thing.
Oh,
It's
I haven't
like
got a clue. I'd be terrified.
well, it's like it's what's it? Oh, a stimulant. I was thinking of the word. I couldn't think of it. It's a stimulant. That's the one.
Poor Marie used to see. Oh, I knew it was all getting too much for her. I could tell.
Oh, did you get? Oh my god, I forgot. I messaged you about. Oh my god,
Yeah,
how long was that message?
I could tell because you were like, I could see your brain starting to go tick 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 take over.
I didn't go to sleep till 1. I was up at 6 and I thought, oh my God, what am I, and I had that on my brain all day.
Oh, I thought you did brilliant. I really did. I thought
I just,
everyone
like I said,
did.
I don't like it when I just can't answer something.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's hard, isn't it? Because when you put on the spot and you've got to think about something, you probably never thought about it before.
Well, I've never,
How can we help? We help you. I mean,
that's
if you
hard,
said to me, "How could we help you, Maggie?" I'd go, "What do you mean? What do you mean? How can you help me?"
I wouldn't
You
have a
know,
clue.
I would
I,
think exactly the same. Sherry,
and
can
I,
I
Right.
just say hello to people in chat because
yeah,
on this
Of
phone,
course,
I'm
love.
on my other phone and I can't answer in chat. It's telling me to sign into StreamYard on this phone and I don't do it on this. It's too old. So hello to everyone in chat. I'm sorry I can't speak to you. Hello Barbara, RC. Oh, good to see you, RC. Rose Petal. Who else do I know?
Pink
Who else do I
fan.
know? Pink fan, hello, love. I think that's it, isn't it? That's all I can say. I am Maria J. I am Mountain
Hiya,
Mama.
Maggie.
I am Love. I
Hiya,
am.
all right.
I am Rich. I'm alright. I'm
I've got
alright,
over
yeah.
Hello.
my night now. I can't
Hello,
believe
just
I felt like
Becca.
I was on the drunken call to you.
Becca's probably asleep now, isn't she? Because when we're on Leanie's, she comes in and she's normally lying down.
There, it was about 2:15 there when she was up having a drink, Red Bull and that. I think
Oh
it was about
my God. So
two
she
to
drinks
yeah.
it. I'm like, she drink. Is that in the morning?
It was
Early
this
hours in
morning.
the morning?
2:15 this morning.
Oh my God, how
I
does that
know,
girl do it? How
I
does she do
know.
it? Oh,
Yeah,
Rose Petal said she can see me schedule. I better go. I
okay.
think I'm late. I'm a late, Rose Petal.
You're
Oh,
not
wait.
late for you. You're not late, are you? You late?
Am I late for my notification? See what I
Can you?
mean? I can't.
Everyone,
Oh, I can't run a channel. I'm sick of this. Anyway, Sherry, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. You as well, Richie and Maria.
Okay, sweetie.
I'll
I'm
come
going to
over
have to go. I've
soon.
got a job to do. I'm being the manageress.
I'll be
I
over
better
shortly.
leg it over. I'll see
You
you
gotta clock
later.
in. You gotta
Thanks
clock
for
Right,
in.
having me.
see you in a
See you
bit.
soon,
See you in a
Rich.
bit,
Ciao,
All
Maggie.
honey.
right.
Bye, loves. Thanks for having
Bye.
me. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
You gotta clock in fast. Damn, that was fucking funny, man.
Oh,
That shit's a riot, man.
I just laugh at
Oh
Maggie.
God, Maggie. Man, she is
That's
something else, I swear.
it's so
Uh,
she's really
she
funny.
got me. She gave me a second wind.
Shit, man. You know what? She doesn't even need no alcohol, man. She's just funny as it is. You know? It's like God.
Oh, she's
I'll
hilarious.
never forget the night that I was in New York and I was in the RV Airbnb, like BG calls it, and this show was on and I was on the panel with y'all, and then I fell asleep a couple times and I woke back up, and when I looked at the screen, Maggie had that thing on, that mask thing, and
Oh, that was funny as hell.
Oh,
I
the
remember
old
that
I was
shit.
mask, yeah.
mortified. I was like, "What in the hell?" Because I was, half asleep, and I'm like, "Oh, what is happening?"
I remember that shit. That was funny as
She's
hell, man.
funny.
Oh,
She
God.
is.
And then I called her Mrs. Doubtfire. Remember that shit on the light panel?
Right?
That
Oh
shit was
man,
hilarious, man.
that was an amazing movie. I love that one.
Oh, I have it too. I mean the DVD. Oh, hey, Mrs. Doubtfire is funny as hell, man. That's a classic. Man.
I love it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
I
love
me
that.
never
too.
get. I can watch that one a lot because it's just that good.
It's funny as hell, man. It is. I remember I actually watched Mrs. Doubtfire at the theater, and everyone was just laughing their asses off watching this
I
shit.
know. I
Oh, it's
love
good when
it.
you're,
It's nice
yeah,
to
that's
see
good in the
laughter.
cinema and you all like
We should watch
laughing at it.
we should watch it at a backstage watch party, man. Shit,
Yeah, oh,
we
That'd
should
that's
get
a
be
some
good
laughs.
fun.
idea. I
Yep.
usually laugh at the wrong time. I
That's the wrong
laugh at something
time.
no one else finds
Yeah.
funny.
What the hell does that mean? Laugh at the wrong time? What a goof,
I
man.
find
I'm just kidding.
something might amuse me, right? And I laugh and I
Yeah, but she
keep
just
it in
gave
the
it away.
chat
I'm at the wrong
and
time. Like, what the hell
and I'm
is
fine with it, right? They have to deal with that I laugh inappropriately.
if you laugh, you laugh. It's all good, you know. Shit.
It's funny. I think it's funny. You know, if there's just one little thing, you can't help it. Have you not ever been like, I know, say like I was sat on the bus and you had and a funny thought come in your head. Have you not ever had that and you've laughed? Don't say I'm the
Oh
only
yeah,
one,
yeah,
please.
yeah, 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 yeah. Of course.
I'm sure that's normal. And like you laugh and I think, oh my God, I'm on the bus. You sort of like, I forget where I am. I can go into a bit of a, you know, dreamy sort of state. And then I can think things and something would just come up. Someone said to me and it made me laugh, that sort of thing.
So what's for breakfast, Wild Angel? What's for breakfast, man?
Is she there?
I want some steak and
Talk
eggs. That's what I want.
bacon and it. Good fry
Oh,
up.
oh my God, bacon is always the best.
Bacon, eggs, sausage.
Or a BLT. That's all I'll take is a BLT.
Yeah, I do like a good full English breakfast.
What does
But
that
I
mean?
don't like black pudding.
Oh, okay.
That's disgusting. It's like dried blood or something. It's horrible. Ugh.
What does that mean though? I mean, cause like I don't really know what that means though.
What, the black pudding?
Yeah.
It's
Like
like
you mean syrup? You mean you make syrup?
no, it's really hard to explain.
Maggie
It's
said she can't
black.
find her way.
Oh my God, it's that dried pig congealed blood.
She's
Hang on,
making me
someone,
laugh
I'm not
even
very
in
good
the
at explaining
text.
anything like
It's actually
this.
blood and shit. The fuck?
Oh
Yeah,
God.
it's congealed. It's all congealed up. I mean, I can't stand it, but those people like it. It's called black pudding. It's just a hard black, and you put it in slices. I think. I'm not really sure, but ugh, no,
So it's all thick and shit. So it's all thick and everything.
yeah, and like I don't
Ugh.
like mushrooms either.
Why not? You mean shrooms or mushrooms?
Depends on what they're on. Uh-oh.
Yeah, she does shrooms, man. She's a stoner. She does shrooms.
Two chicks in a pond. Okay, so I guess we should go over there because I think Maggie
All
found
right.
her way, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure she did. That was fast, huh?
Oh, hold on. Let
God,
me tell
Maggie,
Marie.
you're learning quick, huh? Shit. See that shit?
Oh, I don't know what I did then. I was talking about mushrooms. That's why.
Oh,
Oh, there.
mushrooms. Oh my God. I haven't done those in a
I
while,
guess
but
we're gonna do what they call a switcheroo.
all right. It's up to you. If
The
Did
you
girl,
you?
want to shut it down.
Maggie found her way, I think,
Is she in
earlier.
there now?
She said, "I'm stuck. I can't
Is
find
that
my
I'm stuck?
way."
That could, yeah. I'm sure she's all fired up right
She's
now.
so funny.
Is she up and
She
running? Does
is.
anyone know she's like got?
She's a she's a
They're
Don't touch
waiting,
firecracker.
anything.
Maggie.
Don't like
Oh,
touching.
maybe
Oh,
Maggie is
oh
still
God.
lost.
They're waiting for us.
I
I
am
could
trying to manage Maggie the manageress.
I could just hear
Oh,
her now. I could just hear her now saying, "Where are they?
she's
Where are they at?"
she's had all that
what
coffee.
the
Now
fuck?
she's pushing the
Oh
buttons too
God,
fast.
probably is. Yep.
You
We'll
can
make
do
her
it,
wait then. Fine.
Maggie.
Fine. We'll make her wait. She's like, "Where is Richie
Oh
at?
Lord.
Where's
Bless
Wild
her.
Angel and where's Maria?"
She does so well. No, she's not live yet. Oh my God, but she's having a
She
nightmare.
said she was lost in the first message. It's on the screen still. I can't find my way.
Oh
Oh my
God.
God.
I remember the first couple times I ever went live with one of my friends, and I was trying to help her, and we were so lost, and we couldn't stop laughing. And then the test live was up, and we
Yeah,
were
but everyone
laughing
can see and
hysterically. It
hear
was like
you though.
it was like 5 minutes of laughter, and
Oh,
she took it down, and I said, "You should have left it up there. It was hilarious. It was like
Oh
beginners
man, you took it down.
craziness."
Oh man, you should have left it
Yeah.
up.
they're the
Shit.
best ones.
But I left
Oh,
my first one up, but it was funny because, like, I don't know, it was one of those things where you just couldn't stop laughing. And because we were like trying to go live, but we went through YouTube by accident in that part of it. And it's a different kind of live, but it's still live, but it's different than StreamYard, right? You can't have
Yeah.
like anybody up there. You can see messages, and it's just weird.
Yep.
And I don't know what the hell we were doing there because we were forgetting to go into StreamYard. So we were all messed up.
Yeah, it takes a while to actually, learn it quick and
Right?
everything. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I actually left social
Oh,
media once
she's live. I
for
got the
3 months,
notification.
and then I forgot all kinds of shit, man. When I came back. Oh, really?
I've just got the notification that Maggie's live.
She is?
Yeah, so
Well,
it's
sweet
called Two
dreams, Mountain
Chicks in a
Mama.
Pond now, isn't it? Because no one could say that word, or Maggie couldn't say it. Nor can I, so I'm not going to try.
Alrighty.
I need it
There she
easier to
is.
say.
All
Oh
right.
shit! She changed the whole channel name, man. What the hell?
Oh, I
Without
thought
permission or
it
what?
was just a banner or like the title
Without
thing.
permission or what? What the hell? Oh shit! Two chicks in a pond? Oh god,
It's too funny.
that almost sounds like a dirty movie and shit, man. Shit.
I did. It was now you said it like that.
Oh my god, Leanie, what did you
Oh my!
create here?
Don't I picture so much in my head? It's damaging.
Hey, wouldn't that be a trip though if Maggie went, viral and shit? Oh man, that would be
Oh,
awesome. What?
yeah, I know.
She could do the next British comedy.
Oh,
She
that would be
could do a
awesome,
really
man.
good job. I mean, she
She
really
really would.
can.
You know the
Yep.
You know,
one keeping up appearances? She would have
I
been
think
great
she
in that
just
one.
feels more secure and safer in that. Like she's not on her own.
I could
It's
actually
Right.
I could actually share her live to my social media, and then
oh,
you'll see if
do
she'll do it.
that. Let's
We
all
all should
share.
like, share, subscribe. There you go.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea.
A yawn wine. The dog's funny.
Do you
She
want
wants us there. Us three. We're coming.
right?
Two chicks in
All
a
right, are we
pond.
going to get right?
Two
I
chicks in
think
a
it's
Come
gone
pond.
well
on,
over here,
baby.
though.
Do a little
Wow.
It says
motion.
nearly 3.5 hours.
Hey, but you know what though? That will, because I'm a guy, but actually that actually sounds like, you know what, kind of sexy though. Two chicks in a pond. Like damn.
It was very random, I must
Hey, well, to
admit.
me it does. It's like damn man, shit. Two chicks in a pond, and I show up. It's like, and
Draws the
then what?
people in, eh? Just draw us all in there. So,
Oh
Yeah, because
god,
I got to
all right.
Maggie.
figure out how to put a background behind us. You know how there's like backgrounds that
Oh
you can
yeah,
put behind you?
I think
I
Yeah,
thought when you
you have to use
upgrade, you should be able to
the app.
get
I
all
think.
that good stuff. I think.
should be. So,
I got to
okay,
figure out
should we go?
how.
Should we
Okay.
go over there?
All right.
Yeah,
We're
if you want
flying.
to.
All right
All
then.
right,
I'm good. All right then. Well, I see you over there.
All
I'll
right.
see you over there too,
All right.
ladies. All
All
right,
right. Thank you, Wild
thank you,
Angel,
All
Sherry.
Wild
right.
Angel,
Love you
for
guys.
Right. See
letting
you
me
in a
up.
Bye.
bit. All right.
Okay, I'll see you there too. All right, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. I guess we are going to do the flop. We're going to flip over to Maggie. She's taking over now. So, love y'all. Thanks for hanging out. It's been great. See you over there. Bye.